Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Ba-ba-dum-bum-bum. Ba-da-dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Oh, flying into magic, nothing down space. Have a unicorn, I'll save you race. Galaxies beyond me, there's enough down there. Da-da-ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Sorry, I got the new Glory Hammer song stuck in my head. Oh, man. Hope you all are doing well today. I'm, all things considered, doing well. We are running a little late today, but I had to make sure that I wasn't getting smoke inside my apartment. For those who don't know, the wildfires in Canada have been, the smoke and smog from that have been spreading over Michigan, where I live. And if I was getting smoke in my apartment, I was gonna have to do something drastic. And by drastic, I mean keep it from happening. So, but we're good. We're good. I am gonna do some writing today. I'm not sure if people are gonna want to do like some community stuff afterwards. But I do plan on at least writing tonight. It's been a minute since we wrote. We've been playing some Destiny, we've been playing some Monster Hunter, and I kind of want to get back into writing. It has been a good hot minute since we've done some, so I feel like it's fair that I go into some writing. What I do need to do though is I need to make sure that the forward and the everything else is synced properly. So while we're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and get the stream loaded. Because make sure. I need to off. No, I just realized that my VTuber studio still had all the interface stuff up from streaming Destiny 2 because I wanted to make sure that my stuff was working properly. So go ahead. Hello, chum. How you doing? How you doing? Hope you're doing okay. Go ahead and get out of studio mode. Hope you're doing well. Let me go ahead and get writing. Hello, 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 hello. Hope you're doing well today. It is good to see you. Let me get some music. We're doing writing. Because one, it's been a hot minute since we've done some. The last bit of writing we did was editing. So we're gonna be doing proper writing today. So where we left off in the story, Coda was about to start his quote-unquote on foot patrol to get to the Violet Rose, and then I'm gonna have him and Reagan run into each other. I'm gonna be having it where they're gonna have a brief tussle where Dakota gets to show off his new arsenal. Reagan gets welcome back. So yeah, what you were missing. Oh, I am sorry, I'm distracted because I had a spot on my body that was the right texture. Turns out I accidentally nicked open a scab. Just weird to all of a sudden be like, oh, that spot is wet. Why is that spot wet? No. Hope you're doing well today, chum. It is good seeing you here today. I'm not exactly sure if we're going to be doing anything else. I need to update my Outlast. Outlast, like the horror game? Right? Is that the Outlast you're referring to, or is there a different Outlast? Ah, fun. So have you played Outlast the Trials then, or are you just a fan of the original 2 games? Okay. I will say I should play those games at some point, but I have no idea how safe they would be for Twitch. Okay. I'm kind of curious about what the delay is set today. It's been very, very active here in Michigan with all the smog that's been going on. It's also crazy to me how many people are just driving around with their windows down. Like, do you want to get lung cancer? Because that's how you get lung cancer. I need to figure out where I was at last. Because the last little bit of writing we did was actually in the form of going over and editing. So let me see here. Go ahead, Ray. Because this feature, it wasn't about game, wasn't against. All this aside, though. Okay, finally looked out to top his ride. Test this limit later. Test this later. Roughly an hour to go to called his message from the judge's representatives. He did the quick math in his head and realized. He did the math in his head and realized he had only got 4 upgrades. What was the last upgrade he was going to get? Alright, all around his head. Possibilities limitless. Sure, you can tell me about your OC. I guess I should ask a question though, like, what is this OC for? Is it like for their own work? Are they a patient of the asylum? Are they a journalist that goes through the things that the protagonist goes through in the first 2 games? Or what was up with that? I'm SOC, aka someone who kills. I see. You're gonna have to refresh my memory on Outlast lore. Did like things get like supernatural in the second game? It's like I know they had the one guy. Ow! Start the game already! Hello, Romulus. Hope you're doing well today. Like supernatural. Did it cut my voice out when I was saying supernatural? Ouch! Like, in the world of Outlast, is it like, are they like super powered? Ah, that's a chair. Are they like super powered people, or they're like, you have to explain to me what you mean by reagent. Like, what's a reagent? Overall, Romulus, I'm doing well. I'm dying from the smoke that's currently blanketing all of Michigan, but I'm alive. I got an air purifier set up. I got I went through my apartment to make sure I wasn't getting smoke in here from anywhere, mostly by doing the smell test. But you know, I'm doing well. I guess I just need to know more about the world of Outlast, chum, to be able to piece together what you mean by prime asset and someone who kills reagents. Because like the last I really looked into Outlast was like back in the day when it was like coming out. I think it was Markiplier's playthrough I watched. We're writing today. Go to realistic. Okay, supernatural. Yes, it does. Okay. Wall rider. Okay. Okay, so that's what they mean by reagents. Got it. What do you mean by that? Gotcha. That's cool. So your OC is somebody that works in those trials? Interesting. Especially with the sister one. Go to really realistically just wish things were different for the new raid. Especially with this. Technically, yes. Bradley is sent to the trials after committing murders. Oh. I see. I see. Right. That's fascinating. Yeah, I guess I just didn't know much about the newer lore to Outlast. I didn't even realize they like really gave it more. I don't even know if I ever watched the end of the second game. Now that I'm thinking about it, I might have to look that up later. If I remember to. My memory's been a little spotty, but I chalk that up to not getting good sleep and. Is that the guy that has the gun?
Request confirmed.
Whoa!
That Gin girl brought 13
Hello,
raiders to
Gene?
Lindade. Welcome
What?
the raiders.
It's 13 viewers? Oh, jeez. Hi. Hello. Hold on. Need to shout you. No, that is not. Thank you for the raid. Oh no, this is. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I don't know much about Outlast. Oh, we got a lot of raiders. Holy. Hello, Soul. How you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Not that. There we go. Thank you for the raid, Geen. You were, playing Tetris, huh? Oh, that's cute. Poyo. That like, forgive me if I'm gonna assume that's Kirby, but that sounds Kirby to me. Hope you all are doing well. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. My name's Jared. I go by TheSavageED. I'm a hobby streamer, for those that don't know. What we do here is I show off my hobbies to you. Some of those hobbies are things like writing, playing video games, building models. We finally got a new webcam, so we'll be doing more model building stream here soon. But right now what we're doing is we're working on the book series called Arcane Chronicles, which is going to be the book series that is part of my Twitch OC's story. For those who don't know, I do actually end up planning on making my Twitch Sona, the main character of the Arcane Chronicles, Jared Dakota Howell, the main person that this channel will be. So that's what the icon is. If you're a part of Rashi's community in her Discord server, a couple days ago, she posted, let me see if I see my assets here. She did art of my main character. He is a werewolf from a cyberpunk setting where it's a mixture of fantasy and like retro futuristic, where it's like the Blade Runner, Star Wars kind of style futuristic setting, but with cyberpunk and magic. So yeah, hope you all enjoy your stay. We're writing today, so we're going to be working on the story. So if you have any questions about the world or the lore of the Arcane Chronicles, feel free to ask. If you want to offer up ideas, there is a redeem. Finishing a VC. Okay. Have fun with that. Thank you for the lurk. Thank you also from the raid. That was very kind of you. I appreciate that. Let's see here. Admit that I didn't realize. I just didn't want to see the people he helped build up. Okay. Where did we have Violet Rose spaced out? The main casino in the district casino have club on bottom. Propane casino is next stop Violet Rose. Let's see what this is. I gotta remember where I put the Violet Rose at in the districts. Start up the side of billing. Vampire was pleased with the power. Forced it. Smart to challenge me. Is he in the middle district? Rose. In casino on top. Bottom. It would slowly yeah, I spelled discreet wrong. Discreet. I need another E. Opting for a more discreet look. And I do hope you all are doing well today. I think we're just writing tonight, unless enough people want to get together to do something akin to do you guys want to get together to do maybe like repo or something like that? but I only plan on writing tonight. I am very low energy. Work, even though it's like a quote unquote safe level of air quality inside the plant. Oh, you want been writing a scene about your OC? Well, go for it. I guess the question is, Chum, is like, what kind of scene are you looking to do? Like, what is the focus of the scene? Like, what are you wanting to accomplish with it? Are you wanting to do backstory or wanting them to capture a reagent? Like, what are you looking to do? District. Palace. I want palace. Oh, still door. Lower district goes in. Context readily love interest is dead, like dead. Before she died, she had set up this little thing for him. Really confess her feelings. Wanted to do that. So you're going for like. So you want to write out the scene of her confessing the love to him, right? Is that what I'm seeing here? Because that would be quite the interesting thing to do, because you would have to like change the perspectives between like him watching the confession and then like her actually doing things in the confession. You know, you can't see my hands, but they're moving to kind of like show like a pouring out sort of motion. The building was surrounded by warehouses, smaller business shops, and lots of large smaller business. Off the river. Gift for his backstory is that he asked her out as a joke and then became feelings for her. She was doubtful, but eventually could gain feelings as well. Oh. So, with what you're aiming to do with this scene, it sounds like you're wanting to invoke a lot of like these feelings of loss, feelings of like being proven right, maybe some regret, like lamenting the fact that he wished he did something different, wishing he could have saved her. So you're really wanting to play on the emotional heartstrings of having somebody that you ended up loving and never being able to fully reciprocate and receive their love back. Is that what I'm getting out of this? It'd be fun to do either way. Alright, I feel like the timeline's a little off though now that I'm actually working on this more. Because like, why would he be flying for an hour? So because like from where, yes, okay. Oh, I see. So is it like him realizing that he's a prime asset and he was very charismatic? So I was eating it since. Just forever. Monsters, no villains, nothing but vampires. Mostly, oh, he just loses his mind. Okay. I see. Sorry, I'm trying to find. I need to start using the freaking search feature. Problem is, I'm so hesitant in using. Been flying for roughly an hour. Don't want this to be. For roughly. Message from the judges. I hadn't been flying for long when the postman called his message from the judge's representative. He did the math in his head and realized he had only got 4 upgrades. Okay, that still feels like a run-on sentence. Dakota hadn't been flying for long when he called his message from the judge's representative. Need to do here. Oh. I want to type that out. Feel natural gifts. My answer, know that gifts. Side will be the first of 5 up. Those. Back down we go. Alright, I feel like that works a lot better for flow. Dakota hadn't been in the air for long when he recalled his message from the judge's representative. Inside will be the first of 5 upgrades. He did the math in his head and realized he had only gotten 4 upgrades. What was the last upgrade he was meant to get? The thought rattled around in his head. The possibilities were near limitless to him with what it could be. As to what it could be. With possibilities were near limitless to him with what it could be. The possibilities were near limitless to him as to what it is. What could be. The judges seemingly can do whatever they needed or wanted. So with him still being hand-selected, him still being hand-selected, him still being hand-selected, that did give him hopes as to what his last upgrade was. Last upgrade was to be. The thought lingered briefly as he heard that line in his head once more. Received with question, but no answer. Dakota felt like he had answers to the questions regarding his 4 other upgrades he got today. power up to his watch and the sword of Starfall were very self-explanatory, as they would allow him to get a better deal with Bloodsmith at the fight. One of the first things in the brawl that he wasn't equipped enough to deal with him. One of the things in their first brawl that led to him losing, that he was not equipped to deal with them. Thank you for the hydrate, chum. Oh, appreciate it. Pistol and rifles made sense as well. I'd already asked for those upgrades before the judges gave him the sword. Got a mustache hair that is just being elusive. See here, the pistol and rifles made sense as well, but he had already asked for those upgrades before the judges gave him the sword. And to his watch. I feel like this needs to be swapped around. It's called by its name. Starfall. Are they not part of the new gifts? Probably go upgrades. Because we directly take... Because, like, we directly quoted inside would be the first of 5 upgrades. Last upgrade, because we haven't really called it gifts. Besides, here, you will receive with question. No, we actually don't address it as gifts anywhere, so we'll just keep it upgrades then. I feel like we'll save gift for when... I think at the end, or the end of this chapter, we'll answer these questions, because, like, we're setting up... Because he's trying to figure out what the upgrades are right here. Not in the traditional sense of like a thriller horror OC, or like a it's not like a Freddy or a Jason or a Michael Myers. The horror OC I have is I guess technically speaking it's the Bloodsmith in this series. The Bloodsmith in this series is my horror OC. Opting for a more discreet look over one of a opulent palace. Violet Rose, still dwarf. Buildings around. So the horror OC that I have, actually, let me pull up the document so I can go over. Need to minus this one. I'm gonna go blank screen here for a second. So the horror OC that I have, get to him. So the Bloodsmith is my, I guess you could say he is my horror OC right now. But it's not because of like him actually being. Of course, it goes to an ad. I guess we'll wait for the ad unless it didn't actually send an ad through and Firebot's just lying to me right now. But so for those who don't know, he is what is essentially a man-made vampire lord. So for story purposes, if you guys don't know, because I believe we got a lot of new faces here today, Dakota and Reagan are both members of the Postman Guild, which is basically a fancy group of augmented individuals that act as both hero and bounty hunter for this world, where their job is to bring in super powered or magically powered ne'er-do-wells, monsters, demons, whatever, and deal with them so that they can help maintain order in the world. Because in this world too, one of the continents was completely obliterated in what would be essentially Magic World War. And so in the time it took for, you know, the secret society that was kind of like trying to steer the planet away from this war failed. They ended up coming to light because the magical warfare of the first great cataclysm wiped out an entire continent because of just how much magical destruction was wrought. So in this world, in this part of the time, the postmen, which is basically a guild of heroes that collect bounties, they collect posts, that's why they're called postmen, came to be. They ended up just getting a lot of people put into them that were either like failed military projects or like canceled ones, like Dakota was. Dakota was designed in mind of being a super soldier, but because the judges denied the Arcane Regent, which is the branch of the military guild that made Dakota, funding to continue this, they're like, we still like Dakota, we're making him one of these postmen because of he was just a powerhouse. Well, while they did make Dakota, Dakota wasn't the first one made like that. There were others, and one of them is Reagan, the Bloodsmith. So the Bloodsmith is a vampire that is half-elf and human. He's a half-elf human that was gene spliced into being a vampire, along with receiving the other augmentations that a lot of people get in becoming postmen. So like he gets like muscle enhancements, eye enhancements. He's got like metal etched onto his bones that have runes on him to help hold more mana stores, stuff like that. So with him though, I wouldn't say he's an horror OC as much as he's meant to just be terrifying, because vampires in this world, they act like vampires of any other setting realistically, but vampire lords are in a league of their own because they're like, it's like, imagine Dracula, but Dracula never skipped leg day or anything like that. It's closer to like Bram Stoker's Dracula in terms of like what power these guys have. And so 500 years ago, before Reagan was made, there was a vampire lord that had attacked the city. And what ended up happening is when they killed that vampire, instead of destroying the body completely, the Arcane Regent kept some of the DNA from the vampire lord around because they wanted to weaponize it into basically a super soldier. And so when they finally had the ability to try implementing splicing supernatural being DNA into regular people DNA, they did that with Reagan, and he's basically the reincarnation of that vampire lord. So technically Reagan is a horror OC, but I don't write horror, chum. I don't do horror. I am the biggest baby when it comes to horror. Like, if you watch me playing through Halo Combat Evolved, Ruby's Rebalance mod specifically, most recently, I still hate 343 Guilty Spark, the swamp mission. That mission still gives me the heebie-jeebies all these years later. And not to mention, I'm going to be living through hell again come July, 11 days from now when they release the Halo Combat Evolved remake. Your boy's going to be dying because they're making that level even more scary from what I hear. So I can't wait. But no, so I don't have horror OCs as much as I have one specific OC in this that is meant to be very, very horrendous. Fix that grammar here. But yeah, so Reagan is basically the most horrifying OC I have because he's essentially a vampire god that has been cybernetically augmented to not only be stronger than what he should be, but also more magically inclined because of the different enhancements added to his body. And he also has tattoos on him that help with magic distribution. So he has a tattoo that helps with changing how his eyes look. Think of it kind of like how in Dishonored, Corvo has the mark of the outsider on him and he can use that to channel powers through. That's kind of what Reagan has, but they're on specific spots of his body that will enhance his vision, enhance his strength, enhance so on and so forth, because this world uses magic and technology in a intertwining helix. So there's intersections between the two. And the thing is like Reagan is mutating more and more into the vampire lord. And it's kind of like what the story is building up to is like Ares mod is a fun thing to buy. It's like $10. It's a pretty good deal. Yeah, so I hope that answered your question, chum. Let's get back to writing here. For much longer, Dakota would start to slow down as he entered the airspace near the Battle Roads. The casino itself was a large building, one of the only few in the district to have a style appearance, opting for a more discreet look over one of the more opulent palaces. Still dwarfs a lot of the buildings around it. Also, thank you for the word lurk, Romulus. Appreciate it, buddy. The Valley still dwarfs a lot of the buildings around. Part of the lower district it was in, the building was surrounded by warehouses, smaller business shops, ports, major port off the river that jutted through the middle of Albany. Great location. Not a track kind of islands. Gotta walk. Mechanics. Oh, walk safely, my friend. Godspeed. Don't do what you can to stay safe. I hope to see you soon. I looked for a good spot to. Let's put the screen on. I made a joke about spelling it wrong earlier. Dakota looked for a good spot to land without needing to go to street level, as he still wanted to be mostly discreet. I need to find a specific thing here real quick. Third document here. So, let's talk about it. Need to copy this. Yeah, he would have been 10 years ago. It's actually right at the 10 years ago. Go to look for a good spot to land without needing to go to street levels. He still wanted to be mostly discreet. casino, he landed north of the building, ramparts of a shop, local alchemy. Could have realized he'd been here before. Mission years ago. That mission was one of the first missions. Years ago. Dakota doesn't like to talk about it. Due to him accidentally destroying a warehouse full of various magical enhanced gear. Made by one of the crafting guilds. Create magical powered exosuits for dock workers in the aqueduct districts of Albany. New. Crafting guild do not like him working. Someone's chasing Rogue Hero. Nearly in the Postman called him wrong. He was nearly in the exact same spot where he saw that Rogue Hero cart. I leapt into action with much thoughts. Only one on the rooftops. Arc. Quickly. Add a figure. I feel like that's a good spot to end chapter 2. Let me just read through this real quick and see if I need to change it. Let's go to the last page break. We'll read from. The engine hummed softly as Dakota let the Omni vehicle wind down before parking it in one of the many parking garages in the middle districts of the city. Stew of New Help. Despite the affordability of parking here, he always hated leaving his car in one of these interior lots. Could have wished he could have left his vehicle on the roof instead. Could have wished he could have left his vehicle on the roof, as parking it inside the garage did his ability to call it to him should the need arise. The autonomous driver function was handy, but only made the Omni vehicle to go capitalize on. Driving the most direct route to the postman, which was bad when the vehicle was in a building because the vehicle would total itself before it made it to the agent. Dakota had heard of many agents that totaled the ride because of that feature. The tech wizards were in works to improve the feature, but the cartographer, how can I not say cartographer? Like, it's a mission in Halo. I should know that by heart by now. But the cartographer guilds and the city map makers of New Albany were not ready to give the postman a map of every street, airway, and bypass without some assurances. Assurances that probably meant some extra liberties that would not go without some level of scrutiny from the governing powers. A trade-off that no one wanted to touch. Dakota looked about before getting up out of his ride. He would leave his rifle here locked inside. He should be needing it, as he was only doing reconnaissance for this evening. It was about a mile or two from the casino, and about 3 from their main office. Why they didn't have the two buildings together was easily excused as them probably not wanting to mix, and mostly rotting in bed. I'll be honest with you, chum, I kind of wish I was rotting in bed right now. I am exhausted. Smoke has been tearing me apart. Been having like a low-grade headache like all day, and I can't tell if it's from that or just the fact that my eyes are just not liking how much smoke and all that junk is getting in there. It's about a mile or two from the casino. Okay. Why they didn't have the two buildings together was easily excused as them probably not wanting to. Pretty boring, since the only time I go outside is to shop or work. I will say going outside more has been a boon for a lot of my mental state. It's just really hard to go outside right now when it's freaking ball scorchingly hot and smoky. But it has helped me out a lot more than it had any right to, let's put it that way. Even if it's just outside for like an extra 10 minutes, or like, you know, just long enough to like go walk down to like where our main office is at our apartment, or like over to take out trash. Just being outside has been very beneficial, even if it's just for the sake of being outside. Vitamin D do wonders, but too much of it can be bad. So, you know, all things in balance. Continue here. Dakota looked about before getting up out of his ride. He would leave his rifle here. I feel like I say looked about a lot. Sorry, I'm like ADHD moment right now. Only 3 results, and they're all like could have looked about. Nothing of note. Dakota read over his communicator for any new messages before getting up out of his ride. Nothing of note. He would leave his rifle here locked inside. He shouldn't be needing it, as he was only doing reconnaissance for this evening. He was about a mile or 2 from the casino and about 3 from their main office. Why they didn't have the 2 buildings together was easily excused as them probably not wanting to mix their shadier businesses with their more noble work. And I should probably say the purple hand didn't have their 2 buildings together. I really just do the classic blunder of I before E. 2 buildings together, she probably didn't want with their more noble work. Dakota wasn't against gambling, but he never took to betting actual money on anything. If he ever did, on himself. As the life he had lived before he became the postman he was today, was a life where his money was hard fought for. The only luck he breaks, or if his opponent in the ring fell first. It taught him the value of every credit earned. Granted, now he still fights for his money. Taught him the value. Granted, now he still fights for his money, but it's not just for him. He does this for. He does it for everyone. Especially for sister. I want to make sure that's not a run on sentence. Granted, now he still fights for his money, but it's not just for him. I feel like we don't need this. It's not just for him. He does this for everyone in the city, and especially for his sister. Dakota lives in a much better state as he did back then. That is for sure. All his needs are met, and the needs of all his sister needs. Even more so considering the school that she was going to. All his family needs are met, and even more so considering the school she was going to. And considering the school she was going to. All this aside, though, he knew that not everyone would know his history like he did. Not everyone lived a life like him, and he would have to keep that in mind when going into the Violet Rose. All they would see is him. Visible. Postman. Bounty hunter potentially after one of them. He wished he could just call ahead and let them know that he wasn't there for anyone. No matter now. Finally, out of his ride in the top parking garage, Dakota took in the evening air deeply as he looked over the horizon, seeing the various spires and skyscrapers piercing the distance as he breathed in and out, then out slowly. Well, I watched this view forever, he told himself before shaking his limbs up, stretching out before putting the watch to his putting his watch on to the Omni movement spell. He hovered slightly off the concrete pad and looked at the watch's output. Shocked, he tapped the watch face twice before realizing his watch was barely taking out any mana to channel the spell. No kidding, he said, as he looked over the drain rate and saw that the watch was easily more than tenfold efficient. He'd have to test the limits of upgrades later. Taking his first step off into the open air was always the most intense. Regardless of how many times he'd done this in the past, the wind rushing by his ears was deafening as the heart pounding in his chest while he fell through the sky. Gravity was pulling on him in uniform measure before the spell took effect. Full effect. As his body grew closer to terminal velocity, the Omni movement spell started slowly. Powered up slowly. Omni movement spell powered up slowly. As his body grew closer to terminal velocity, the Omni movement spell powered up slowly. The sensation of weightlessness lingered for a moment as gravity resettled in his gut. Air seemingly listened to his call as it helped slow his descent briefly, where he was able to move himself around. The sensation of weightlessness lingered for a moment as gravity resettled in his gut. The air seemingly listened to his call to help slow his descent briefly, where he was able to move himself around. He was thankful for his combat visor. Air seemed to listen. Okay. The air seemed to listen to his call. Yeah, this is still wrong. His call that helped slowed his descent briefly before he was able to move himself around completely. He was thankful for his combat visor for keeping the wind drying out his eyes. It allowed him to keep a better gauge for how far he fell. Dakota then pivoted and swooped back skyward, floated at the apex of his arch for a moment, enjoying the sensation of being above the clouds before coming to a pause in his bearings. Dakota was about above the aerial traffic level, looking out and around as he hovered there, figuring out which direction he needed to go. He should be able to figure it out simply enough. Might have to dip to the lower levels first, though. He would need to dive down below the traffic level to remain as inconspicuous. Being a person just flying here would draw more attention. So he moved on, flying steadily through the afternoon air before swooping down below the traffic. Postman was absentmindedly listening in on the comm line to make sure he wouldn't miss out on any fellow agents nearby that needed a hand in the field as he flew on. So far, it was a relatively peaceful day, nothing major being called out. No monsters, no criminals, no villains, and nothing about vampires. He couldn't tell if he was annoyed by there being nothing about vampires, or if he was just getting bored of flying like he was. I feel like that's really funny considering how much he enjoys it. Bored of nature. Trying to keep his mind from wandering back to a year ago, he wondered idly if he need to stop for a moment and let his watch cool. Checked his upgraded watch, showed no signs of faltering. Go to flew on. Dakota hadn't been flying for long when he recalled his message. The judge's representative. Inside will be the first of 5 upgrades. Did the math in his head and realized he had only gotten 4 upgrades. What was the last upgrade he was making? The thought rattled around in his head. The possibilities were near limitless to him as to what it could be. The judges could seemingly do whatever they needed or wanted. So with him still being hand-selected, it did give him hopes as to what the last upgrade was to be. The thought lingered briefly. As he heard that line in his head once more. Received with question, but no answer. Could have felt like he had the answers to the questions regarding his other 4 upgrades he got earlier. The power up to his watch and the sword Starfell. Or Fall, not Starfell. Very self-explanatory. They would allow him better deal with the bloodsmith in the fight. One of the first things in their first brawl that led to him losing was that he wasn't equipped enough to deal with the vampire. A vampire. Oopsies. What's a ball? Let alone a vampire lord. The pistols and rifle made sense as well, but he already asked for those upgrades before the judges gave him the upgrades. His watch and Starfall. Were they not a part of the 5 upgrades he was to get? He was thankful for the time to go over this in his mind without being distracted by anything, but the frustration of overthinking began to ooze into his mind. The arsenal upgrades fit within the 5 upgrades, but there was still a thought to be had about what else he'd be receiving, as they were now dealing with the knowledge that the Bloodsmith may very well be a vampire lord, possibly even the vampire lord from 500 years ago. He thought back to what he knew about that attack. Who was the one to stop it? Little was known about the hero that fell, the vampire lord. All that anyone would ever talk about was how much of a great magic user he was, and how he was then later brought into the judges. And how he was then later brought in by the judges and never seen again. Could have wondered if the hero then was either brought up into the judges' ranks or hidden away for such a time when a vampire lord. Made sense, as the sword he had was the same blade that defeated that very same thing. Dakota wished they would talk about it more. Talked about it more at the postman's work while onboarding new fights. I feel that, John. I'm very tired myself today. Is that knowledge of what they can be. This paragraph says, I would have wished they had talked about it more at the postman's work while onboarding neophytes. That knowledge of what they can be proved to be beneficial to those who are new to this. So, I wish they had talked about what is it they're referring to. Talked about past battles or postman. Postman's work. Wow. Okay, let's read that. Dakota wish they talked about past battles more while onboarding you. It's that knowledge of what they can be going over, so it would be beneficial to those who are new to the hero world. The ex-adventurers would be more aware of these threats. So it made sense to not give them the full story when they had legends of their own. Made more sense to not give them. Neophytes. I almost wonder. Made more sense not to need. This is still worded weirdly. I'm going to be hung up on this for a minute, I think. Dakota wished they had talked about past battles more while onboarding neophytes. has that knowledge of what they can be, what they could be going up, so prove to be beneficial to those who are new to this hero world. Those who are new. So neophytes means somebody that's new. I feel like it's almost double. We'll need to also say that they're new to the hero world. I could have wished they talked about past battles more while onboarding neophytes. I want to make sure I actually got my verbiage right here. Result. Neophyte is a beginner or novice, someone who is brand new to a skill, subject, or system. Okay. If they are to be new, Bushman, according to Neophyte, says that much of what should prove to be beneficial to those who are new. I feel like we almost don't need the last part. So let me use special to. However, he did recognize it'd be redundant to the ex-adventurers. Good. Would make them more aware. Starts though. More sense not to give words of ignorance. I could realistically wish things were different. Agents in the postman building, especially with his sister wanting to join him as a postman. Everything that happened last year. I need to admit that this all heavier than he realized. He realized Dakota just didn't want to see people he helped build into heroes fall victim to be feared. Before much longer, Dakota would start to slow down as he entered the airspace near the Violet Rose. The casino itself was a large building. It was one of the only few in this little district. To have a more subtle appearance, opting for a more discreet look over one of the more opulent palaces for most other businesses here. Violet Rose still dwarfed a lot of the buildings. Looking for a more discreet look, one of them. I feel like this is still worded weirdly though. Opting for a more discreet look, Violet Rose still dwarfed. I feel like we don't need this. District. Looking for a more discreet look. Valeno still dwarfs a lot of buildings around. Palaces. I thought they'd be different. Palaces in. Not here in the aqueducts. It's spell aqueducts wrong. Oh, it's an E? Aqueducts. There were a few opulent palaces. Not here in the aqueducts. Okay, I feel like that flows better. Before much longer, Dakota would start to slow down as he cleared space near the pile of rows. Casino itself was a large building. Was one of the only. Looking for a more discreet look, the mountain lord still dwarfed a lot of buildings. There are a few opulent palaces. Not here. I wonder if this sentence is. That was not bad. There were a few opulent palaces. Structures. In the middle district, not here in the aqueducts. Opting for a more discreet look, the violent rose still. I like that a lot better. I feel like that flows a lot better. Opting for a more discreet look, the violent rose still dwarfed a lot of the buildings around it. The building was surrounded by warehouses, smaller business shops, and the major port off the river that jutted through the middle of New Albany. Great location to not attract to the kind of. I feel like we need this as like a standalone. Suits. A great spot to not attract the wrong kind. Go look for a good spot to land without needing to go to street level, as he still wanted to be mostly conspicuous. Conspicuous. Well, there, right? Oh, I did. Nice. Look at me. I'm learning. As he made his way to the casino, he landed north of the building on the ramparts. He landed north of the building. The ramparts of a shop for the local alchemy. Dakota realized he had been here before on a mission years ago. That mission happened nearly 10 years ago. I feel like this is mission years ago. 10 years ago? Nearly 10. Dakota doesn't like to talk about it. Accidentally destroying a warehouse full of various magically gear just came in off a cargo ship. The postman was chasing a rogue hero into a factory warehouse that was made by one of the crafting guilds. They were going to. Magical powered exosuits for dock workers. Don't feel like we need to add anything descriptive there. Postman recalled it well. He was nearly in the exact same spot where he saw that rogue hero dart in between shipping trucks. They ran their circuit around the lines. Trucks. Circuits around. Dakota leapt into action without much care or thought. Focused on taking the cargo down 4 times. Now, he was taking the time to plan out how he would approach the casino. Fly over it and drop onto the roof. Simply sneak in the front door. Would he just casually stroll in the back? He spent more time thinking about this than he thought he would have. The time spent sitting here give him the chance to catch something up. He was not the only one of the cops. Out of the corner of his eye, he saw him, a darkly clad figure stepping back behind cover as he realized he was spotted. Dakota stood up straighter, hair standing on the back of his neck as he felt his heartbeat quicken, body hesitating to move, like a wolf unsure what the other smell picked up on a hot. The bloodsmith was here. Dun dun dun! I don't want to waste this page. Can I change? I feel like we don't need this. Patient to strength around. For much longer, Dakota would start to slow down as he entered the airspace near the pile of roses. He himself was a large building. He himself was a large building now. You feel like we need only mid-district to have subtle appearance. There were a few opulent structures in the district, but not here. Looking for a more discreet look, Pile Row still dwarfed a lot of buildings. Surrounded by warehouses, smaller business shops, and a port off the river, but of Albany. Still, I still think that I just don't like it that this is on its own separate thing. Put this in this paragraph. What is that he saw? Darkly clad figure stepping back behind cover as he realized he was spotted. But it stood up straighter, hair standing on the back of his neck as he felt his heartbeat. Naughty hesitating move, like a wolf unsure of what the other smell picked up on. Bloodsmith was here. Bloodsmith was here. Okay. Now for my favorite part, titling the next chapter. Oh, man. What should I call? What should we call this chapter? So we had you. We have On the Beaten Path. We had Pale Sunlit Morning, On the Beaten Path. See, the thing is like part of me wants to be cheeky and do the flashback now as chapter 3. But I think it'll be better to do the flashback as chapter 3. Because I still want to explain how Reagan survived and how he got his plant with the red veins. I feel like chapter 3 will be best suited to answering the questions of Dakota's upgrades. How this resolves between Dakota and Reagan. Because obviously Dakota needs to because there needs to be a reason why he doesn't end up getting Reagan in this altercation, right? Like there needs to be what causes Dakota to be unable to finish the deal and capture Reagan, right? Rooftops. He saw him, a darkly clad figure slipping back into cover once he realized he was spotted. What's that? That he spotted. So I'm gonna put Dakota here. Darkly clad. Okay. I want to call this episode 3. Kind of like that. Out in the air. Here. We're on the beaten path. Pale sunlit morning. On the beaten path. Out in the air. Out in... I almost think that we should save Out in the Air for the flashback chapter. Go to the top here. Daylight. Daylight Unshackled. I like that. I like that a lot. Daylight Unshackled. Okay, I need to get the... Need to find. Yeah, this is biome. Okay, we need to use biome 16. Remember that biome 16. This needs to be centered. Daylight unshackled. I hate that I need to do this, but like I can't for the life of me. So it's on the beam path period. Enter date Thursday 29th. Camel Cal 4 districts. So date is still Thursday, the 28th. 6. Ah!
The game already!
Kasuna! Hello, friend. How you doing? Hope you're doing well today. But are people... Glad to hear that. Should probably ask before I just assume. But... Oh, that's a badge. That's a new badge. Oh yeah, for the new Blossom thing that they're doing. That's right. Seen anyone planning anything? Yeah. I'm assuming that if there is going to be something, it's going to be small, seeing as Bashir's computer's kind of on the fritz. And I didn't quite properly plan on or asking if I could if they wanted me to host. I'd do a stream still for it, but well, we finally finished chapter 2. We're starting on chapter 3 now. Just gonna copy this. I do time too. Right. Daylight unshackled. Ow. Alright. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I need to change this. Middle districts, halls of code. I don't think we need the date. Just clear this out. Let's clear out all the dates. Has it started raining yet? To be honest, I really wanted to start raining here because I hope that clears out. So there it says it's supposed to have been raining for the last 2 days here, but it has not rained at all. Mildly annoying. But Kasuna, I do hope you're doing well today. I didn't think to ask earlier, but I do hope you're doing well. So we're gonna go ahead and get rid of the turn of a war. Turn. Don't need this up anymore. So turn. So 3. Daylight unshackled. I need a quote. Be a good quote. Well, we're gonna be dealing with the purple hand, the red veins, and why Dakota can't. So maybe we did something for the medical guild. We've done something for the medical guild. We've done something for the military guild, I believe. Should do something a bit more to you think of a quote. You think of a quote. Quote. I don't think we need middle districts. So, ow. No, I want the E. So, oh, hello, Willow. Hope you're doing well today. So what I do for like the chapters of each of these things is like I do like an in-world quote or like kind of like subtle world building purposes, right? So like we have the one in episode 2 where it's like where the quote is, "No one has ever said no to desserts here. Reggie's Tavern, the Pan and Stove's old slogan before being proven false after someone said no." So like it's kind of like they range from like kind of joke quote to something where it's like, when, if not, you fail, always know what you did to get there and improve. A quote from the higher echelon of doctors shared among the various metal groups. So kind of like an in-universe funny haha thing, but also where it's like subtle world building. Because I think in the forward, let me actually pull up the forward here real quick. Sorry, it's this because word is funny like that. You need to like cycle through all the documents. So in the forward, in the prologue chapter, the quote is luck, faith, and perseverance. So we have something from the alchemy guild, we got something from the medical guild. So I'm thinking we might do something from the open that up. From the and it sure helps if I spell. But 3. Always double check for stowaways. Think stowaways. Let's see here. I guess we should. Who do we want the quote to be for? Do we want to go military or do we want to go dock workers? Because we're dealing in the docks right now. So we could do. Because like the first one was kind of just. They're not really themed though. Best boots take you further, last you longer. Leather Guild of. Okay. I like that. Hold on. Always put your best boots on. And put your best boots on when it's opening. Always put your best boots on when it's opening day. I feel like that's pretty good. Need to check the formatting. So we go back to there. There's no page breaker. Got it. Cool. Not your best foot. Not your best foot forward. Landmine detection added. Willow, I am going to put that quote down because that is a great quote. Hold on. You won't be able to see it. Let me actually put it up. So something that I like to do. I notice you're new here, so I'm gonna be kind. So I do kind of have like a saying of things that people have added in. So not your best foot forward is I do like having that. So we call it. Just battles overseas. Which is first cataclysmic war. Copy this. Boo. I've been booed. I like that. I hope you don't mind that I co-opted your thing here, Willow. Do you prefer Silent or Willow? So what I am writing here, well, glad you asked, Willow, but Willow is good. Perfect. What I am writing here is, so I should probably give a little bit more forward context before I just answer your question outright. But essentially, I am a hobby streamer. I like streaming my hobbies. Those hobbies include things like, include playing video games, writing, building models. And so this all started because we were making the character for this Twitch channel. And instead of just making a background and like what he is as a character, we ended up just starting to write a whole-blown story of the character from this fictional universe, where the idea is in this book, in this series, you stumble upon these DVDs of this show while going on a nostalgia-driven trip of like, you go to a place you went to a lot as a kid, you found these movies there, or like these DVDs there, and this is you going through the story of the Arcane Chronicles, which is like this weird He-Man kind of cartoon, but not quite He-Man because it has a lot of like retro futuristic design language. So it's like Blade Runner, Star Wars meets cyberpunk meets power metal fantasy, like what He-Man is. And so from there, the story basically is, as you're like, it's meant to be like each part of the story has like a forward and an outro. Sound of Fury by Faulkner? Really? I haven't heard of that. But anyways, the idea is like there's only going to be like a couple parts of the series where it's like second person perspective, and it's you when you discover it, you when you discover season 2, and then season 3, because that's all the further I've really gotten with the planning right now. Season 2, season 3, and season 4. I think after season 4 is when we're going to kind of end it, where the streaming part of it takes over. So the idea is that as a viewer, you stumble into this cartoon series that was like made in the late 80s, early 90s, that was never published or syndicated in America or anywhere for that matter. But the DVD, like the blockbuster-esque movie rental place you went to as a kid, had boxes of this movie at this place, and you take one with you. And so that's what leads you into this journey of like learning more about this world, right? That's the idea of the story. And because one of my hobbies is creative writing, like I used to write poetry, I used to write short stories, I would write like vignettes for D&D setups for like campaigns. Yeah, so that basically was, this has turned into a much bigger project than any of us expected, because this all started with, I want to justify why my Twitch Sona, which actually, let me pull it up for you. This guy, why he looks the way he does. So Dakota here is a cyberpunk or cybernetically enhanced super soldier that was spliced with werewolf DNA because he was a part of a secret project to make super soldiers. But instead of the project getting the go-ahead to make super soldiers like Dakota, the world government decided that no, it would be best to make him a part of their hero guild called the Postmen. So because there's no need, and the judges don't see a need for having super soldiers, because the world is kind of all harmonized at this point because of the events of what happened in what did I even call it? I called it something complicated because of course it needs to be complicated. Yeah. So after the results of the first cataclysmic war, the world, basically that magical world war, destroyed an entire continent. So the judges, which was a secret society at the time that was kind of like steadily like maneuvering the world into a direction, they ended up having to come forward because, well, an entire continent was destroyed and there was going to be millions of people that died. So, you know, almost 3,000 years ago, they came to light to basically save population, you know, the population of civilians from this war. And so in this fantasy world, you know, just they help steer the world into the cyberpunk setting that it is now. They basically told the world to get their shit together, and they did manage to, but that's kind of the question that isn't ever really answered, because just with how many people, like this is like an entire continent getting nuked with magic Ram is hosting. So are people wanting to do a Ram is hosting? Okay. Well, are they wanting it to be streamed? Because if they want to stream, I'll join in for a little bit, but like I gotta work tomorrow, so I can't be there the whole night. But yeah, so one of the questions that's never answered is how many people got saved. And I'm gonna probably use that as a plot device for later seasons, because in this world there is, you know, because it's a mixed fantasy world, so like there's mixed races of like elves and dwarves, orcs and humans, just because of how much more homogenized the world became. There was a lot more of like where you would normally have like the high elves realm and like the dwarves, it's, you know, battlements or whatever. Essentially one of the plot devices of the later season is the purebloods, which are people that believe that, you know, the fantasy races should be segregated again. Is they want to use the fact that the judges lied about who they saved as like a reason why they should take over, and then the judges shall no longer be in charge, but kind of still workshopping it. But the idea is that they saved as many people as they could, and it's not disclosed if they purposely left some people behind, because the hero guilds of the time, like the different adventuring guilds that were part of the continent or of different continents, was it continents or I think this world only had 2 continents. The other hero guilds of the continent joined forces with the judges to save people from that destroyed continent, because it was actively like falling apart from gravitational magic and other magic that was going rampant. So in this world, magic is tightly regulated. the judges care more so for like the natural order of the planet, more so than like the political leanings of the world. All that they focus on is like keeping order. Whereas like your kings and queens, your senators, governors, they all work together for the benefit of the people. Whereas the judges, they only care about magic not being used in nefarious ways that could destroy the world. That's their whole gimmick. That's their whole shtick. But yeah, it sounds like we might be switching over to Revo here. Let me find out real quick. We're going to be doing that. Let's see here. I wait for that answer. Yeah, I hope that answered your question, Mello. A lot of this too is like making it up as I go. Like we have a story Bible that we're loosely following, and we're kind of working on it from there. So, Reagan felt his heart paused. Odd. For the story? That's an excellent question. This document right here also has the layout for chapters 1 through 3 in it. So let me do... We're at like 51 pages, right? So, and according to this, here, just scroll down real quick. We're at 51 pages. So we're at 51 pages. We're at 22,591 words in this document. In the forward document, we're at 9,549 words. In the story Bible, we're at 7,294 words. So we're... How many words do I got plotted? For the actual like written story so far, we're probably somewhere near 30,000 words, I'd say. This is gonna be a pretty big book. Like chapter 2, for example, we're at page 50. Chapter 2 starts on page 30. So chapter 2 is 20 pages, and that's give or take, because with editing you'll go down or up accordingly, from page 29 essentially to 6. Like chapter 1 is 23 pages, right? But I know it's not big, but like this is only 3 chapters. Oh, you're at 150 so far. How many chapters though? Like, what's your end game? Because my thinking is this will probably end up being somewhere around 40 chapters long for what would be season 1. Because the idea is that it's like an episode of the show would be like 4 chapters. Oh, not bad, not bad. It's actually really impressive. Well done. But no, the idea essentially is like, with how this is working out, story-wise, the idea is it's like 3 to 4 chapters is an episode. Because, again, like the idea is this is you watching the cartoon show and watching the documentary and listening to the tape and trying to get a hold of the creator of the show to get more of it. That's what this is. Like, that's the story that this is meant to be. So, like, we're working on episode 3 right now. Like, this is probably going to be the end of episode 1. But then I say episode, that's just because it's a funny name for chapter. Because, like, I'm not wanting it to be like, I'm going to go back and probably rename these as, like, chapter. So, like, instead of episode 1, it's chapter 1 of episode 1 instead of serial. But, again, I'm workshopping this as I go. Because, like, I have a throughput plot that I want to follow. But it's a matter of how I want those parts to bridge together. Like, so how I write is I take the approach of, I know how I want it to begin, I loosely know how I want it to end, because the ending might change depending on how things go throughout the story. And then I have points or plots I want to hit and cover to, like, either stage set or go in to do so a lot of it's kind of like, as I go along, I'll change up ideas. Like, I'm still not even sure if at the end of season 1, I want Reagan to still be alive. I might kill him, you know? The only characters I know I want to keep alive are Dakota, because obviously, Dakota's adopted sister, Emily, because she's meant to kind of be like, she would be what series 2, like, if this was to continue on after being just a 4-book series or like a 5-book series, that'd be like the next generation would be her, because that's what cartoon shows did. You know, you had like the Batman the animated series, but then you also had Batman Beyond, which was like a continuation of Batman the animated series, just set in the future. That's kind of the idea I would be setting up with Emily, is like the follow-up series. Or like Dakota would still be around, but he wouldn't play that big of a role. Stuff like that. So Daylight Shackled. Yeah. But now, what kind of story are you working on there, Willow? Is it like fantasy? Is it like sci-fi? Is it like real, like, quote unquote real fiction, speculative fiction? Like, what kind of work are you doing? Actually, 2 books at the same time. The main one focuses on, these days, space fantasy. Ooh, high fantasy. Your boy loves high fantasy. So when you say high fantasy, is it like Tolkien-esque, or are we leaning more like Martin-esque? Like, what kind of, are we like Pratchetting? Like, what are we? Ooh, very nice, very nice. I really should read the Terry Pratchett Discworld novels, though. I do love world building. It's honestly one of those like guilty pleasures of mine. Because like I'll even world build for like fan fictions, right? Like I have this like, how do I want to say this without like outing myself? I currently am doing like what would be like a retelling of Bionicle, but in the lens more so to like what the original storytelling was for Bionicle. You got me there. Got me there. But like, I don't know if you're aware, but I love Bionicle. Right? I don't know if you can tell by 2 of the 3 little gifs at the bottom corner there, but I like Bionicle. And the original storytelling for Bionicle. Oh, you don't know what Bionicle is? I need the clip from Malcolm in the Middle where Bryan Cranston is like, when we start on this journey, there's no going back. So Bionicle was a toy line that Lego Oh, it's good news. It's not TV. They had movies, but it wasn't TV. Lego did a toy line in the early 2000s called Bionicle, which the idea was is that it was the living. No movies either. Interesting. Not in 30 years. If you don't mind me asking, why or how? Because, like, you haven't watched TV or movies in 30 years? Is that what I'm reading here? Is that... That's impressive. Color me shocked. Fascinating. Reading is really good. Okay. I'll give you that. Reading is good. I think the problem that I have is, like, I just don't justify the time to... And I also didn't really like the idea of Game of Thrones, especially after all the shit that Martin was throwing out about how Tolkien's work sucked. And I was like, okay, no, I'm not reading this now. But no, so it was a toy line that Lego did from like 2001 to 2009, where some of the School of Thought, the they do kind of do that. I think a lot of, like, especially modern day TV and movies impoverish the mind. I still think that there's an argument for TVs and movies they can have, yeah, so like TVs and movies, they can have deeper meaning associated with them and still be nurturing to the mind if they question or make you think on what the subject matter is. They can to an extent, but it's specifically more so relating to if they didn't exist as a book before. An example I could give off the top of my head is something like Avatar: The Last Airbender. I know that's like the go-to thing to say, but something even like, you know, cartoon show from the 90s, Batman the Animated Series, did challenge people in a way of how to look at superheroes because of how Batman would treat his rogue gallery. Batman as a character, you know, he is also somebody that is suffering from trauma because of what happened to him as a kid when he witnessed his parents getting murdered in front of him. And he didn't want people to have a bad day like he did because it ruined his life. So his rogue gallery typically tends to be made up of people who all had a bad day, and they're falling flat because of that, right? So Avatar: The Last Airbender is good storytelling, where it is still a kid's show, but it's a kid's show that isn't hesitant. If you were to say that, I would say that there is merit to that, but even in those examples of like piss poor reflection of certain aspects of heroism, even in those reflections, there is still light that shines through that shows that there's an example of heroes being able to still rise up and still be good people over the fact that they can just punch things really, really hard. Superman's a great example of that, in the fact that a lot of his story isn't about him being strong, it's more so him still doing good with all his power. Okay, give you one hero. The one hero I would say probably exemplifies my point the most would be Spider-Man. But you say it's not heroism, but the point of being a hero is still doing what is good and helping others, in the sense of being more than just somebody that can punch something really, really strong and fight a monster, right? I know, but like, yeah, so like being a hero is much more so than just being the guy that's just really, really strong and gonna fight everything. The hero is somebody that a person can look to and be able to, you know, find some moral standing of like being right, being valorous, being um ascendant isn't the right word to use, but it's the one that feels right. Like, look at Aragorn, right? Like, you like Tolkien. Look at Aragorn's story. How do you find moral standing in Superman or Spider-Man? Well, Spider-Man's quote that kind of like is the linchpin of everything that he does is Spider-Man is somebody that adheres to the idea of, because of a belief instilled by him by his uncle, is with great power comes great responsibility. Because with having great power, you have to have more care about what you do with that power so that it doesn't corrupt you and make you go for things for yourself more so than, I mean, it's low-hanging fruit, but I'm still answering the question. Like, if we're to talk about heroism in the sense of, like, if we want to relate it to like Tolkienism, with how Tolkien, no, you're fine. We're debating, we're having a discussion. That's totally fine. If we want to do a pertinent example of somebody that is embodiment of heroism, one of the best examples in literature is Aragorn, right? Like, Aragorn didn't want to just be king because it was his birthright, right? So with Aragorn, in Lord of the Rings, right, he is set up to be the everyman hero. He's this self-exiled king. He's the heir to this throne. He is this rugged adventurer that purposely put himself out of the way. He's last of this breed of near immortal men who set up this world. But he's not the main hero of the Lord of the Rings. It's Frodo and Samwise, and he's heroic. So the reason why I'm saying he's heroic, outside of how they portray him in the movies, is because his first actions to show his worthiness of being a king isn't challenging Sauron to open warfare. It's him being this healer, this person that is helping the sick, helping people of lesser stature to be able to, like, get through this world and survive this world. Like, he helps the hobbits escaping the Shire. He helps with in the confrontation outside of Gondor, where I'm gonna butcher her name because I'm terrible at Eowyn, the Rohirrim daughter or niece of King Theoden. She basically gets poisoned after she stabs the Witch King, right? And so when she's dying from that, he's there healing people from war. He's not sitting there trying to, like, rally the troops to go chase off Sauron and finish the deal. He's like, I'm gonna help the people, make sure they're taken care of, because that's what the people needed at this time. They needed a healer. They needed somebody who was going to help lead them. And the best way to lead people typically is, like, as people will say, is from the front, but it's also through the actions that you choose to do. Like, they just routed the enemy, but instead of pushing that advantage, he went to take care of the people there. But yeah, sorry, I got distracted from that, Grant, but yes. So what's the difference between the heroism of Superman and Aragorn's? The difference between the two mostly is that, while Superman isn't a king, he's a person from a completely different world that was brought up in our world, that he's somebody that is inherently better than people here on this planet. He's inherently stronger. He's faster, smarter, braver. But I'm getting to it. I'm getting to what makes him being a hero. Is he has all this infinite power. Superman does. He has all this infinite power. He has all this ability to do whatever he wants, essentially. Like, there's nothing in this world that can stop him. The only thing that stops him in this world is otherworldly stuff, right? Like, if he wanted to, he could take over the earth. He could be evil. He could be a villain. But with all this infinite power, he still chooses to help people. He still chooses to put aside his godhood, essentially, to make sure that no one has these days of being bad. No, that's... You could argue that obeying the laws does make someone heroic, but it's more so the actions of him continuously being good, despite people hating him for who he is, despite people who want him gone because he's everything they wish to be, but he still chooses to be good. It's his actions of still choosing to do good and being good that enable his, him to be this hero, this symbol that inspires people to continue to be the best that they can be, right? And this is also like we're trying to give more gravitas to inherently what is something for kids, right? Like if we're wanting to give this gravitas and this level of things to kids, to have them feel a certain way about like how they are and how they react to different things and what they identify as heroism. A kid's gonna tell you that he's a hero because he saves people, but they're not gonna know the nuance of why it's so important that Superman chooses to save people. Like, Superman is essentially a kid's story. Yeah, it's a comic. Like Superman from DC Comics is, it's just when you were talking about, because how we got on this subject, right, was like us talking about, let me actually scroll up in chat here. Actually, we got on this subject matter because we were talking about how TV and movies impoverish the mind, right? And so with Superman being a comic, it was also made into a kid's show and also had movies. So, and I was counterpointing with that there are some things that can improve and nourish the mind, that don't just impoverish and waste the mind. Because a lot of it's kind of like the perspective of what you gain from it through its symbolism, like what the author or the creator of the show or the director is wanting to show through the medium of the art. Like I could put on John Wick. There's not depth to the story of John Wick besides the idea that sometimes your past is something you can't escape unless you burn it down completely and leave no traces of it behind and not benefit from it in any sort of way. But John Wick as a movie is just an excuse to see Keanu Reeves shoot guns really, really good, right? I know I'm trying to, like, for somebody that is ingrained in like current media as far as like watching movies, it's a challenge for me to explain examples with you never having watched any of this. Like the best work I could give you is Lord of the Rings, because that's something that I know we both read, and we both, I would assume, agree that Aragorn is a great example of heroism because of the actions he chooses to do and how he doesn't go to take the crown right away. He needs to restore his faith in people. Yeah, so like that's like an example we agree upon because, well, Lord of the Rings was popular first as a book before it was made into a movie. So do you understand where my struggle is with this? I'm trying to relate to things. Now, did you get that from the books? I got it from the movies because I watched the movies first. But when I went back to read the books, that's when I got a deeper understanding of Aragorn as a character. Like, I'm 33 years old, so those movies came out when I was a kid. Like, for context, for myself, when I was in school, Harry Potter was popping off. Like, people were loving the Harry Potter books. I didn't like the Harry Potter books because when they were popping off, I just discovered Lord of the Rings. Like, my dad growing up had a copy of The Hobbit that he had at his parents' house. So, like, for me, my first exposure to Lord of the Rings was the Hobbit book, and then the movies, Fellowship of the Ring. And then once learning what Fellowship of the Ring was and that it was a book, because, like, I also read the Halo books a lot. Yeah, I was a little bit older than 8 years old when I finished Lord of the Rings. I was still playing, I'm still playing with Legos to this day. But, Lord of the Rings was one of those things where, like, it was just a matter of, it was really the first fiction that really grabbed my attention and showed me that there could be more. And that's why, like, Terry Pratchett's work is something I really want to get into, because those... All right, I'm sorry, Casino. I'm having a lovely discussion right now, and that's not sarcasm. This is great. I do really enjoy engaging with people in this way. But yeah, sorry. I'll be there shortly. If they're cool with me streaming, of course. Otherwise, I can just we can end stream and I can just play with you guys for a bit. But yeah, no, Willow, sincerely, thank you. I really do appreciate this. Because it's nice having... How do I want to say this? A perspective so uniquely unlike your own that is stemmed from just a perspective of there is a lot of garbage out there. They did say it was fine to stream. Okay. I don't want to like stream if they don't want it. But yeah, the idea, like I'm not saying there isn't garbage out there, because there's 100% garbage out there with like TV shows. Like reality TV is a scourge on this planet, let's be honest. And it's some of the most popular work out there. But you know, to still everything in life is what you get out of it. And so while not saying there's anything bad with writing off a form of media or form of art, because the majority of it is something that's malnourishing to your, you know, your body's health, as far as like what it does for your mind. If it, you know, does it make you critically think? Does it make you, you know, does it stimulate your mind? Does it actually like allow you to still extract these thoughts from it? Because like reading a comic book, a lot of the times, yeah, it's just dudes punching each other, right? But in reading it, you're actually reading through the actions of the words to see this played out. Like, in Lord of the Rings, the point of the book wasn't the sword fights. They didn't really spend a lot of times, you know, going over, like, their blades clashed and, you know, Aragorn hefted his blade up to parry Lurt's sword striking downward, right? Like, there's not moments of Tolkien spending time describing the fight, because the fight wasn't the important part of the book. It was more so Aragorn proving not only to himself, but to Boromir that, yes, he was the king of Gondor. Because his actions after that sword fight of him telling Boromir in his dying moments that, you know, he's there for them. I'm paraphrasing because it's been a while since I read the book, and I watched the movie recently, but yeah. So yeah. With that though, Willow, I do appreciate your time here, and I do appreciate everybody else's time here. But we're gonna go from writing to playing some repo. So if you want to stick around for that, that's totally fine. Otherwise, I mean, obviously you don't have to stay here, like, but I wanna just give you a warning that we're about to change over to doing repo. So I'm gonna be doing that. But thank you so much for being here, though. I really do appreciate that. Oh, yeah, you should probably go get some sleep. I don't know what your schedule's like, but I work mornings for General Motors, so like I am not far behind you as far as like going to bed's concerned. I will be shortly behind you in that regard. But no, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. It was pleasant. You don't sleep? Well, I would recommend sleeping somewhat because it is beneficial to you. But no, I really no. But yeah, let me actually get the proper scenes going here. Well, I hope you do get some rest regardless. Well, thank you so much for the discussion. I really do appreciate that. Hope you have a great night. Oh? Are you painting miniatures, perchance, like Warhammer? Or are you doing a different wargaming tabletop? I forgot that was my Discord. Oh, you got a character portrait to do. Very nice. Very nice. Well, I hope your art goes well.
Crazy? I was crazy once. They locked me in a room.
I think they're getting ready to... I think they may be in the middle of a run right now. I like to be posters of my characters on the info cards and print them out. Ooh, that's cool. That's actually really cool. If you don't mind me asking, is this just characters for your fantasy work, or is this also like, do you happen to do like D&D or stuff of that nature, or is it just purely for your work? Oh, this is primarily for your writing? Oh, that's cool. Well, shoot, that's actually really awesome. I got a lot of friends that do art. My sister even does art as well. She's hosting our family's D&D game that we're doing. Still a little iffy on if I like the world and stuff, but no, it is actually a lot of fun. The only thing I have about it that I kind of don't like is how hard it is for us to actually schedule D&D game. I mean, it is 5e, and I know a lot of people aren't the biggest fan of 5e, but that was like the first version of D&D I really got into. Because like I did do 3.5 or 3.5 edition back in the day, but it was like one game. Ooh, homebrew, very nice. I can respect that. Our campaign is homebrew technically, but it uses a lot of the 5e rules because that's just what we all have access to. But no, it is a homebrew campaign that we're doing. But like I also do enjoy homebrew because it's like I do like the idea of having more freedom with. Yeah, that is what I've been told by a lot of older fans of D&D. Like a coworker I was talking to the other day about it had made mention of they hadn't played D&D since they were in high school, and they were in their 50s, so I could imagine. The games, ooh, that is a while ago. Man, what a time. What a time. There's a YouTuber, Runesmith, that I follow that does 25 years plus. Golly gee. That's a long time. That is a long time. That's the majority of my life. You've been DMing too? Man, talk about being a forever DM. Do you get a chance to like play the game yourself often, or do you just like DMing more so? No? Man. I think I would do all right with DMing, but the problem is I know I would railroad too much. I'm constraints forbid this. Yeah. Huh, I didn't even notice you typed that wrong. But no, like I think I could do decently as a DM, but the problem is like I'm so terrible at improv. Like it would be hard for me to keep the story going when everybody's trying to do something different. You know? I feel like I'd railroad too much if I was to do be a DM. But the other problem I have with a lot of playing D&D in general is myself is like I just get guys.
Savage.
Hello. Whoever's sending me invites, I got me. Stop.
I'm just like trying to click on the list because like apparently there's some people I'm not seeing.
Huh. I don't know who else isn't here then.
Like I'm looking at the collab channel right now, and it's like we got Kasuna, we got Soul.
Start the game already!
I'm not even seeing Soul on my playlist right now. What the fuck?
Soul might be on offline mode. I have to write paint portraits, landscape.
Okay, they're
It's
in now.
Phoenix.
Dang.
Yay!
Well, Willow, yes, it is repo time. It is repo time. Repo time.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah, between that all,
Soul
I can
vanished from the group
100% understand
Oh, no.
that. Willow, I
No,
can.
see, Soul is there, then just gone.
Well, that's what I was thinking. It must have been some sort of like lag.
Need to lower their volume. They're so loud for me right now. But yeah, no, like I work full time for General Motors, and full time for
Also,
General
maybe
Motors.
the reason I keep pinging you by accident, Soul, is for some reason you are the only person.
There's not a lot
in
of
the
free
room,
time.
despite the fact you're in the room with me on my like invite list. So apologies on that
Yeah.
front.
Hopefully the day will come where we get more time to do that stuff, and we can actually try DMing more or whatever have you.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6,
Work does come first,
okay.
especially in this world. It
Are
does.
we gonna give Soul a chance to come back, or?
It does indeed. But no, thank you so much for the engaging conversation. I really do appreciate that, Willow.
Try a bit. Yeah, maybe. I'm fine with waiting.
All right.
I get that happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lord knows
One
what
day.
happens to the freaking
One
army.
day I'll be able to work for myself. But the problem is, for myself, I still like having a place to go work. See, that's the thing I like about doing this as a hobby, is like you get to have these like one-on-one conversations with people that you normally would never have a chance to, right? Like, it's also kind of like the curse of being like an extroverted introvert, is because I'm perfectly content being on my own and just doing things myself. But there's so much of life experiences I get to miss out on
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
because of not having the
40 bucks for
chance
only
to,
30 servings.
by not having the chance to talk to people.
I'm sorry,
Streamer.
like,
My understanding
good
is
God.
they put creatine in there, and you can buy creatine from bulksupplements.com for very cheap for like a 2-pound bag, and that'll cover
Yeah.
you for a month.
I feel that old streamer thing.
Like, a lot, like, I have nothing against them. It's just,
Yeah.
I feel like you're paying for the branding rather than you're paying for the actual product sometimes.
Possible.
Old streamer here. I feel that old streamer thing. I'm like joining in at Unk status.
It works better. I don't bother with the flavor shit.
Really?
They market the
Pineapple.
shit as
Well, I guess that is being a
I'm getting crouch rest and a stamina gram.
doesn't matter what words they put in front of
Okay.
themselves.
is an old head there. Really
I'm
cool,
getting
though.
healthy.
Yay. Romulus is gonna have a healthy high.
All right, gamers, how we looking?
I got a crouch rest and then a stamina.
Like gamers.
Like
I think the
gamers?
shoveled is the answer I'm gonna go with.
Disheveled? I like that. I feel that right now.
I want to reach.
Oh wait, is this a new playthrough or is this the
This
No.
is a separate
Fabulous.
playthrough.
You too,
just
Will. Thank you so much for stopping in.
You know what? I'm gonna take the strength for.
I hope to see you
Soul
again
when
when
he
we're
comes
writing
back
next
in.
time. Because next time we stream, we should just
We
be
helped it in the first
writing the
round, so
entire
might as
time.
well,
So I would love to have
I'm
more
gonna get Spider-Man.
conversation with you. Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Hold on, now what's good?
Get some rest all you can. We'll see you around.
That's really pricey though, ain't it?
I mean, I
Oh,
get.
fuck.
Yeah, I didn't see what else there was to take.
No, firm. That is not true. She's just wanting to make sure her PC doesn't overheat.
Sorry, Jit.
So we still wanted to get together in game. So we're doing that right now.
Indeed.
Oh, that was Soul.
Yep, Soul's back.
Pulls back. But no, Rashi has not melted outside her castle yet. That is, those allegations are false.
No.
No.
Oh shit, that reminds me. Let's see, what was the thing for the...
This is sprint. Someone.
Hold on.
Sprint speed.
I had a reach, and I was saving the strength for Soul.
Here's
I had a
stamina
sprint speed.
upgrade. There you go. I didn't get any upgrades.
The cat allegations are 100% false. She is dog.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's dog. I am also dog.
Sorry, I'm just checking. Okay, yeah, no. I was trying to check what the your streams thing if you're supposed to request a role or whatever.
Oh, for streaming, I believe you just ask. Firm.
No, yeah, it's fine. I was just reading up if am I supposed to request or whatever. Yeah, I'm just leaving it be. I'm just leaving it be.
I mean, I think you do ask.
Well, yeah, there is like, because again too, it's also we want people. The princess is kind of picky about having people who actually like contribute to the community and just don't spam
Firm.
like their own stuff.
You sell it on the black market, or you prepare for the apocalypse with it.
Yeah, that's why I'm just like, I'm not gonna worry about it.
Yeah. Although I get your concern. You should like ask when you get the chance. I need to do it too. I'm gonna get into streaming.
No, like the nice thing is too is like realistically the only reason why she's as picky as she is because there have been a lot of people in the past that have just like fully just gotten the channel and that was the first thing they did was just spam all their streaming stuff without permission. So
yeah,
I get the.
I get that.
That sucks.
Can you grab that? Because I can't. I'm too short. Thank you.
We're the same height.
No, but you have the cart. I didn't.
Anyway,
I don't have the power right now.
Is Kaito gonna join us?
Careful.
I bet.
I know
Slime.
like it's really late
You
in.
Could exchange it for catnip, but like realistically, I think at this best bet, it's like go back to wherever you bought it from and see if you can trade it for dog food. Although I don't think the princess eats dog food. I know I don't eat dog food.
He's in the UK, so he's about 2.
I have no idea why the
If the
heck.
princess eats dog food, it's the.
Oh, Sol can take that.
I don't. I got that
Like
strength.
the good shit.
Yeah, it's that
Oh,
good
I
shit.
mean-
It's.
She doesn't eat dog food, but she might eat bone.
Let's just take this back to the
This
main.
is true.
To the
Ooh, yes,
extraction
an
point.
AC unit for her would be.
I got a guitar.
Well, this is my favorite map. It's also the map that gives me the most heebie-jeebies. No, she doesn't need a stronger heater. Oh, we got a cosmetic.
Yep. I have to deal with the dog.
Elsa is on her way out. So here, do
That's
we?
what it made?
It's a
Did
crate.
I believe
just
it's Elsa.
slipped through. That was weird.
Well, if Elsa's the enemy we got, it's pretty easy. No, she doesn't need the heat anymore, because I don't know if you know this. Rashira is not just the Ice Princess. I won't say, I won't spoil. That's for you to find out. I'm going the wrong way. I really want to put this in the cart. No, I can't spoil Rafira lore.
Oh, green box.
Yep.
Wait, what Rafira lore?
No, Femoral is asking questions, and I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to take the thunder. It's not my job. I'll tell you lore about Arcane Chronicles if you really want to know
You
that.
take that cat food to Kaito, because I'm pretty sure he'd love that.
Oh,
cat food.
Kaito, yeah,
He's a
he
good
would
old man, yeah.
probably go
And as well as that
crazy
catnip.
for catnip and
Yeah.
cat food. Yeah, go pester Kaito.
I mean, are we sure he doesn't
Yeah,
smoke
give
the
it
nip
to the
anyway?
Kaito.
He might. I don't know. I don't touch that stuff.
Clapoo, clapoo.
Being the postman agent that I am, I have to have a sober mind.
I mean, I could give Grimoire if you want.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down to hear Grimoire.
Is that what Reagan told you? Yep,
No.
a sober mind.
No.
Hi, Elsa. Pet the dog. Pet the dog, somebody.
Oh, puppy, puppy,
Kiss the doggo.
puppy, puppy.
Bye, Dogu.
Oh,
Yeah, kiss the doggo, don't blow the doggo.
Arcane Chronicles Femoral is my character stuff that I got. It's what we were actually writing earlier. Would like to know. Being such an unprofessional streamer right now, I'm talking while not muting.
Sometimes it helps for other people to know what the hell you're saying.
This is true. Got a crate.
That's Soul, not Phoenix.
Ooh. Yes, I would love to talk
I'm gonna
about
start
my
heading
lore.
back to the cart. I'm gonna start heading back to the truck then.
Yeah, same here.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's all to give on this map, Phoenix, if we want to head
I will
back.
tell you, I don't like that some cups are lootable, but others are not.
Yeah, it's very...
Oh!
Admin. Here, though.
We got 100% of the level.
Alright, cool. I
Excellent
definitely
There he is. Okay. Ah,
I
shit.
didn't get the upgrade, so I will need an upgrade. Oh, hell no.
Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I made it.
Tim. Yeah, so Arcane Chronicles is essentially the byproduct of me and chat deciding that we needed more than just a background story for my character. Essentially, what it is
Yeah, we're-
hello, dog.
Oh, hi, Elsa. Pet the dog. Somebody pet the dog. Don't let him in. Don't. I say don't let.
Hi, Elsa.
There we go.
Yeah, so no, Arcane Chronicles TLDR is just, instead of just sticking with VTuber lore, we ended up starting a whole freaking book series about the world that my character's from. But
So,
it
Graham
is
backstory. Graham is part of a fantasy type era where he is part of a community known as the Shapers, which are a race of, not race, but like a faction of people who specialize in studying the genetic code of creatures and then either creating their own versions of it or shaping the traits of others with these effects. Graham's community specifically, though, was attacked in a war, and Graham was a fucking coward and a fleed, using a pack of, well, not, wait, what's a group of like deer called?
a herd.
No, it's a herd. Okay.
Oh, yeah, herd.
Well, no, it's a herd. So he found a herd of 8
Go.
antelope things, and he fused them together to create his airship. Ooh, the 8.5.
Fascinating.
There we go.
I don't know if that went through,
And
but
I
that
missed
is actually
some- Because frickin' Discord decided to restart and freeze my game.
Damn.
that's
Gosh
unfortunate.
darn it.
Yeah, I know.
So,
That was, I am sorry about that, Soul. You just vanished.
Not your fault. Yeah.
I would very much like a
I'm-
crouch rest if it's here.
I'm mad.
Otherwise, I will take
I
a
don't
jump.
see a crouch rest.
I'll
I
take
would
the
like an
extra
upgrade
jump.
at all.
I'm just so. I'm not happy about that.
Extra jump.
Yeah, I don't
Is everyone able
Yeah,
to get an
so
upgrade?
the world of Arcane
Soul
Soul has
Chronicles,
a
Got it.
range.
My first
the
one. I guess
world
first
of
one was
Arcane
really not
Chronicles
too good.
is just
I don't know,
the
I'd say
Uh,
Crouch
this-
Rest or
this
something.
sprint.
Where's the
Alright.
I'm gonna pick up the player map
I'm
upgrade.
gonna take a sprint as
Oh,
well.
thanks for the work.
Ooh, do I dare?
yeah. So Arcane Chronicles lore, is a
Can I get a
fantasy
raise if you have
world,
anything left over?
but in the same vein of like a sci-fi fantasy world. So it's
Time to see what
like
the purple is.
it's like your deja vu for some other students. It's not a wholly
Jeez.
unique setting,
Cool, if I grabbed
to
your
be
raise, I
honest.
don't mind where you used it up.
but it's meant to invoke the idea of like a early 90s, late 80s cartoon show that was meant to be like a competitor to He-Man.
He has to
So
do
it's like
that
this
every time.
cyberpunk. It's this cyberpunk
Yeah.
high fantasy world.
I think that's like a Santa sweater.
Oh,
Like the sleeve of like Santa's jacket.
Let's see what I got here.
Now I'm really curious. I have to know.
I've never seen like a full set for that. I've only-
Eyebrows.
Those are great eyebrows.
Concerned eyes.
Yeah, it doesn't really tell you like what it's called. Yeah, it kind of looks like that.
Cars.
Why is
Cars.
Get out of the...
Oh, you got like yes, sir.
Oh, I got the. Yeah, I know what that is.
The it's meant to be tropey as hell, because the idea is that the guy who created it was like trying to make his own Saturday morning cartoon. So that's what it stems from. But yeah, that's all it's meant to be. It's a retro futuristic cyberpunk world, but mixed with like He-Man power metal fantasy.
Who popped in?
So like you got you got like orcs and goblins, elves and wizards, but it's also like cassette tape future. So like all the tech is like tech you'd see in like Star Wars. No.
Yeah, but
But yeah,
there's a big one.
But yeah, so the setting TLDR, fantasy setting with cyberpunk, cassette tape futuristic future akin to like Blade Runner, Star Wars, and then also
I have a sprint and I grabbed a tumble launch.
it's also really hard to talk with all the other people talking, but that's just me trying to get used to doing this. But yeah, so the setting is that Dakota is one of the postmen, which is a bounty hunter that works for the government to help bring in rogue heroes, villains, monsters, demons, etc. So, but yeah,
He's cracking
that's
up.
Arcane Chronicles lore.
I've played my games with a bunch of wise quackers.
Where's my jump?
But you are all despicable.
My jump.
Where's my range? Where's my range?
My jump.
There it is.
Range is on the left.
Yeah, we got double
Here's
jump
the
now.
ra- Oh wait, here's the
Yeah,
strength
firm.
upgrade.
Guys,
I can.
I got strength and sprint speed, but I have somebody's stamina instead. So why do I have the stamina? Where's my sprint speed?
Stamina upgrade, that was me.
I just
Oh,
tried.
I had a
So,
stamina upgrade.
So where my
story
sprint
is
go?
stamina.
I don't know.
Sorry.
I had.
Are we on Wonder Waffle?
Because
I was saying I took,
I'm here.
I took one to sprint speeds.
Yeah, that was.
Do you want my
We announce
stamina
what we
upgrade?
have.
Yeah, I
You
did.
can have my stamina. You can have my stamina upgraded.
No, go.
Who?
You take it.
Oh, me. Okay.
Thank you.
There we go.
Sorry, I desperately need speed
wondering-
because I keep getting caught by things because I'm
So
not
you have
fast
a
enough.
need for speed.
Speed is the need that I have a thing for speed.
Waffle did sneak again, right?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
Okay, good.
Welcome, Waffle.
what did you hear me say last, Firm? What did you hear me say last?
Kira, the horse is here.
Kira,
Oh,
Kira.
I will Kade.
Kira, the horse is here.
What?
Oh my word. Firm. So,
stuff up here.
Arcane Chronicles is meant to be a
Yep.
competitor to He-Man, but a late 80s, early 90s cartoon show where it's a cassette tape future
Got it.
setting
Oh.
with
I'm gonna let
cyberpunk
go.
and He-Man power metal fantasy mixed together. So like you got your cassette tape retrofuturism like you'd see in like Blade Runner, you would see in Star Wars, Alien, but yeah, also have things like magic, have things like elves, high fantasy stuff, and the world setting is kind of meant to just be like this parody of like early 80s, 90s cartoon media. So that is what that is all meant to be. Yeah, so story follows Dakota Howell, who is one of the postman agents at that he is just
Oh, was that the nothing
It's a
door?
Fuck.
that he is this meant to be this like bounty hunter that was part of a super soldier program. So he is a mixture of being a
There's nothing else over there.
Okay.
damn.
I was just there.
But yeah, so he's meant to be like this bounty hunter in this world that's sanctioned by the government that hunts down villains, criminals, other posts.
Well, I touched the thing I shouldn't have, and yeah,
we're
I
gonna
did
need a
radiation.
team.
Oh hey, we got a camera here.
Oh, we got
I got it.
here. We're gonna need,
I can get it.
Support
Time to
list.
coffin dance.
We're gonna be at minimum of 2 to 3
Oh
persons.
dear lord, look out.
Look out.
Well,
There's a
big
lot
gear
of
coming through.
jump.
Oh, so we got a coffin. No, other way, other way.
Pivot. Okay, now pivot.
Sexton.
That also explains the smell, not just the cup.
Yeah, so Arcane Chronicles is just the story for my character. Because we did more than just
Rom's
world.
always trying to get creamy.
We did way too much world building. Cleanup crew's on the way.
Well, look. We're building as always. Look, all this on now since.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
now's the
quick. Toss it
time.
on quick.
Alright.
Hurry up,
Push,
hurry up,
push.
hurry up.
Oh dear.
Lift up the cart. Lift up the cart and toss it on top.
Look out the cart. Lift up the
Back
cart.
up the cart.
Ah, the vase
I almost
died.
got clipped. Oh, goodness. I almost lost the front half of my existence.
Got his face
I
shaved
legit
off.
don't know how you alive.
I do not agree with the premise.
Skin of his teeth.
Beware heart hugger right in the bedroom.
Oh, we got frickin' piranha knockoff here.
Yep. Okay, he's gone.
Plate. Radioactive.
Uranium. Love it.
Yep.
Or something similar.
That can't be good.
Wait a minute.
Uh-oh. Venus flytrap.
Was that a fucking... Okay, who just said... Now it's radioactive, that can't be good. Who the fuck just said that?
Darn it. He got me. Pull me out.
I was trying to grab you.
Oh dear.
I was trying
Cleanup crew. Cleanup crew.
Oh, hey, so a fellow top the fourth wall enjoyer. Nice.
I fucking hate cleanup crew.
Oh dear. I didn't long ago watch so much of stuff like.
You know, Arcane Chronicles is meant to kind of be like this homage to like early cartoon show, but the trick is telling a cartoon show in a book format while having it be still a cartoon show, but also a book. That's a Twitch character's whole story. Fan of this room, that is for sure.
Alright, we can put it in.
Yep.
These saunas open up at all, or is it just all set dressing?
No.
It's just set.
It doesn't open.
Gotcha.
If only.
There's a few
It's got-
small items.
Any questions though, Firm?
Careful not to put all of them on there though, because we still got the cart.
Yeah. Gentle.
He does it. He does it.
Do it gently, like you're kissing your sister.
You know, we've been working on like the lore, the
You've never
stories.
seen Madagascar. Don't put it in. Don't put it in. Don't put it in. Don't put it in.
Oh, yep. Yeah, just now.
Oh wait, no, that one's fine. That one's fine actually.
You know, the
There we go.
I found it. It's on.
ooh,
They're just trying to avoid being crude. Oh, they grabbed it already.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't seeing anything on the map.
I think besides the one vase we lost, I think that's everything on the map.
I lost a cup that went kablooey.
See, I was trying to give you an out, Phoenix.
Look, this is a game that involves being grateful while using non-native control, and yeah, that's just not a thing for me. I got it.
Cleanup crew still lurking over here.
Yo!
I think so.
Yeah, he's over there.
I think so, but I don't know where.
Check the safe.
Hey, you found a thing. Let's check the little basket or thingy, whatever you call this crap.
Cleanup crew is in the bedroom behind, right
Yep.
over there.
Alright.
Still haven't sent me.
Yeah, I just remember the Senkaito today, so it was is Kasuna. I must send the other one too.
Thank you. I sent 2 different mods to Kaito.
Okay, how much do you have?
Today, the last time.
Ooh, do you still need some health? Waffle?
Oh no, I'm 50. I'm gonna heal at the cart.
Full heal. Graham, will you full heal?
I'm at full health, so.
Okay. I got the cart.
Graham has been surprisingly less suicidal without the princess around.
I got the cart.
Is that everything?
Yep.
Alright, we go.
Unless
Let's
Phoenix
go.
found something else, but I can do it. You want to get back?
Oh, yeah, I think that's everything.
I got this. Also gives me a chance to talk to you. But yeah, so a lot of the idea behind it is like it is meant to be tropey. It is meant to be like meant to be parody. It's meant to still have like some story stuff, but like it's all a setting that already technically exists.
I don't know.
Hi, Phoenix. Follow me. Phoenix. Phoenix. Follow me. Follow me. But we just gotta kind of deal with it. Bastard. Sure do hope Phoenix made it back. Phoenix! Get to the truck!
I had a gnome attack.
This way, this way, this
I
way.
I was trying. A gnome was trying to commit gnome rape.
Quickly now.
I said no, but it wouldn't. It wouldn't listen.
Quickly now.
Can we grab it?
Can we grab it?
Oh, get out of there.
Get in.
Grab it.
Get
Go.
out.
In we go, in we go.
Get in.
Oh, no.
Oh god, someone pull me in!
Help.
Not me. Gosh darn it.
No.
Get off.
I tried to help.
Get off
Okay,
of
we made it.
And
That was crazy.
I killed and immediately took damage.
Damn, that was crazy.
I think I hate that enemy the most.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair.
Because it can spawn in the truck.
Pulse pistol.
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
That's a
give me this.
shotgun.
I'm getting sprint
Nope.
speed.
Ooh. No, I think
Nothing should
people
be able to
want
spawn in the
upgrades.
truck or.
Yeah. Hold on,
Yeah,
let's check upgrades.
So-
Oh, we need strength. We
Oh,
need strength.
jeez.
Strength would be
I'm gonna
nice.
get
I'm gonna get
Strength.
help.
Strength.
Taking help.
Yeah, clear out the strength.
Okay.
Oh Jesus.
Shotgun.
Hang on, I'm not. Yeah.
I mean, you need to put that on quick if you're gonna buy it.
No, I'm letting upgrades take precedence.
All right.
Next time when we don't need as many upgrades or stuff like that.
I think.
Where is? Oh, it's
probably
over
good
there.
call.
Do we need a?
No, we don't really.
We don't have anything for energy crystals.
Plus, they get cheaper as they break, so we might as well let the first ones go.
Do we need medkits?
Ooh, tumble launch. I want one.
Shotguns.
So I grabbed a sprint speed and a tumble launch.
My man over here
I
getting
grabbed,
double
I
upgrades.
grabbed
I wanted
Chinese
the
and
health,
help.
but it's
I
okay.
took a
Well,
strength.
I didn't get my other one before to keep me even, so I got.
No, I was
I got
making
range
fun of
help.
Kasuna. I was making fun of Kasuna.
Yeah, cool.
What do you got?
Sprint speed and tumble launch.
Yeah, that's alright. I'll survive.
And if you want me, I got
Hello.
I did both.
Alright, so this is
Right.
Stamina upgrade.
Yay! I am both fast
you want
and
to
can
start
launch
coming
myself.
All right, where'd my strength go? Is there still one up over here?
There's one right here.
Yes.
It's right there.
Strength. So we got how many people with strength now? 3.
I
So
have
Savage,
one
want to know the build I'm
Hell,
doing?
why can't I drop it? There we go.
I
Because
have
Soul
2
is holding
sprint
it,
speed,
that's
1
why.
stamina, 1 crouch rest, and I have tumble launch and tumble wings.
So you have,
I have health
6
and
upgrades?
leg count.
Soul has just a strength and a range. That's all I have.
Should probably let other people get upgrades too.
I know. I wait until after everyone else grabs upgrades to grab something.
And you have 6.
Yeah, it's supposed to be one
Yeah, I
per
wait till
round.
the end.
Man.
Good thing to do.
You're a wizard.
I'm a what? You're a postman,
Yeah,
Harry.
if there's a strength, I'll be getting it next time. I need
Just
speed.
remember, you gotta, if you have more, you can't just stockpile upgrades on yourself. You gotta let them spread out a bit.
Got a nice bow in the ear.
Nothing.
Arcane Chronicles flowing nicely for you.
So far, yeah. We've officially started chapter 3.
Yay!
After Lime's doomed Yowie fanfic.
Anyone over at the stairs? I need someone upstairs, please.
Upstairs?
What I hear about Yowie fanfics?
Oh,
Not upstairs, I said at the stairs.
okay, well, it sounded like upstairs from where you were at. Oh, hello.
I got you, but I need help. Oh no! Hold on. Okay,
There's another one, I'm grabbing the other one.
I'm gonna just drag my cube along the floor. Oh, this isn't even the good cube.
There's only 2 right up.
Oh, dear. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
No.
You're going to be there for a minute, Kasuna.
I figured. Oh. Hi there, Clown Bear. Yeah, I'm
Bad up there. I have it.
Chef Boyardee. We got Chef Boyardee.
Clown also, too. Oh, come on. It's inside the wall?
Oh, fuck.
Is that clown?
There's Clown, there's Chef Boyardee.
There's a Reaper. Or Frog. I think it's a Frog Chef.
There's a Frog Chef, too. Been fighting for my life.
I found magic fentanyl.
Nice. Got some of that lean.
I wonder if they have drugs in Harry Potter.
They do.
I forgot.
It's just, they do. It's Harry Potter's dumb. Of course they got drugs.
Anything over there, Kasuna?
They have opium. Like in the good old days, opium.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, the British love their opium.
Clown is back! The clown's right around the corner, by the way.
Yep.
Oh, that frog behind you.
We're lucky we can bait the frog into hitting the clown.
You didn't hear about
Fight.
the other book, that Harry Pothead and the Sorcerer's Bone?
The what?
Back.
Bone is an old euphemism for a joint.
Oh, shh. What happened?
Oops. Uh-oh.
I was trying to bait the frog into the pit, and the frog clipped me, so I fell into it.
That's unfortunate. I'll sit on your own, Picard.
I'm holding a weird ass thing.
It's okay, buddy. I got you in the point. We might need to just clear this point soon. Oh.
Yeah, the cart's over here.
Hang on, stop moving. Alright,
I'm not
drop
moving.
it. There.
There you go.
God. You're welcome.
Alright.
I
Careful
found
with that.
this-
Careful with that.
There's a goblin head too over there, guys. Somebody wants to grab that.
Actually, hold on. We got the other point like right here. You too.
Okay.
All
All right. Oh.
We're gonna call
There was a cauldron inside all along.
The other
I didn't
point
realize
is
there
like
was something-
right here. So
Alright, so you can take that stuff over there.
I
Yeah.
legitimately thought it was just a box that the game was labeling as "this is important."
Uh-oh.
It's so-
Careful.
can't really see how it's doing. How much money am I losing on this thing?
Not that much, I don't think. It'd be worse if it was me. So.
Should we just do the first section?
Uh-oh.
Oh, what the fuck?
This is what happens when you break the blue potion, apparently.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh.
I almost thought there was an alien.
Cool.
I honestly did too. I was like, oh
Yeah,
boy.
that was my first thought too. I'm like, oh no, person floating. Wait, why does this game not mine?
Should we?
Oh, oh, F. Oh, balls. Oh, balls. Oh, dear.
Oh, never fear. I was say you don't have enough strength for that. It takes like 6 strength to lift him up. You wanna
Golly.
grab that one?
Yeah, I can. There's the other
Alright.
points like right around the corner, so we're just gonna.
There's one back there in the very back. That's where I was.
Yeah.
Gonna take, that's where I was just gonna go.
Yeah, I'm
That's
gonna
where-
put these there.
Oh, shit.
That has a better translation than whatever the hell we say that actually. I don't think actually means anything.
Did we check up the beds yet in here?
Yeah, we did. There's nothing. Have you set on the cauldron? Oh, they're about to extract. Hold on.
So how it works in the world of Arcane Chronicles firm is that what people do have magic nullifying abilities can only do so for so long. But it is a very interesting concept because it's like the complete antithesis to what the world is built around, which is why the world developed more cyberpunk-esque fantasy stuff because of dealing with the fact that people just couldn't use magic.
Oh, I was gonna say Slender Baby's right behind me.
So that's why it's like the cyberpunk setting because it has, you know,
That would have been so funny.
because it has, it's a world that has to slowly stop depending on magic. Oh, balls.
There's an item down. Yeah.
That was the most unfortunate timing of all time.
Looking at it, it was still. Yeah.
Did Romulus
There's
not
a
even see?
Bottle behind the door there.
Once or twice.
I don't think anyone's seen.
I don't know where we're.
I think I'm just dead.
I think one time I survived that I fucked out big time.
No, it is a very interesting concept. I can't blame you for wanting to like go on about that. Hi. That was very unfortunate timing with that baby.
I can see that.
I just find a way to like the villain going, you'll play by my rules, and if you're going to beat
No,
me, it has
well,
to be
I'll
without
get you
cheats.
taken care
I mean, that kind of that may happen in the story, but a
of.
lot
Actually, I
of it
think I'll
will
just
be.
take you back to the truck. If you want.
I mean, you can. We're still working on the other point yet, aren't we? By the barracks.
Yeah. Yeah, true. I'll just put you right here, and then I'll unlock. Here, I'll put you on top of the green cube.
I'll be defending that with my life. But no, it is fun when like a villain does you have to do like the whole play by my rules thing. But the world setting caters around the idea of everybody's having to deal with not being able to use magic as freely as they could because the first cataclysmic war destroyed an entire continent because it was fought with magical weapons. You know, so I'm glad there's no binkies here. Because, like, if there were Binkies here, and me being the first one dead, that wouldn't go well for me.
Beer.
How do you get such a like square-looking body? That must be a really tough unlock to get.
That is, it is. It's. I think it's the most epic of all epic boxes. I mean, seriously, gee whiz.
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that isn't just like a character costume.
That would be excellent. I would
Just
love
like,
for that.
Like little holes cut open for the arms to go through.
Yeah.
It's just like a cut open one.
That would be excellent.
Well, I think it's because a lot of writers don't know how to balance out using.
Was carrying my hand earlier, and Savage said to me, "Oh, you were hoisted by your own petard," and I told him, "I don't even watch Star Trek."
Exactly.
Oh,
jeez. I wanted to, but I
We
was
do
trying
have a
to cool
cube.
down.
That is a. It's one of those things where it's like it's hard to execute perfectly without it being like dumb.
What was that?
You know, because it's like
there is
a lot of times this ends up having the hero still beat
there's
it by
there's
circumventing
book
its own
up there.
rules.
I have. Hang on. We've still got a couple of things up here.
Yeah.
You going? All right. I'll get out.
I am.
Whee! Oh no!
And if only I was alive with double jump right now.
Good luck. I'm.
Whee! Ah, fuck.
This.
If only I had double jump.
Wait,
one
let's
time.
just wait. Who was? Did anyone have double?
Geronimo!
Savage is dead.
Let's just carry someone. Let's just carry someone. Right.
So yeah,
Someone.
it's a matter of how you get it to
I'll carry
work
them.
in the story and still feel
Savage
good.
Back to the truck.
You're gonna.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Pick the tech lines.
Okay, yeah.
You got going on there.
We lock eyes like how Reagan and Dakota was before one.
As he caresses Dakota's dry, quivering lips. Oh my word! Never gonna live that down.
What the hell? Oh.
Oh. Nope. Yeah, hang on. Give me a sec.
Okay.
I can't write.
So,
I could. Just lay right there. Lay down. Lay down.
I am.
No, you're not, because I'm about to heal you.
you have to
Hit
hit
your
Q.
G.
I did. I'm
Assume the position.
Here, I'll do it.
Or just jump from here.
Eh. Wait, hang on. There we go. I got you.
There we go.
Whoopsie doo. Graham, go up.
You know, technically it was Romulus's fault why I died, but he didn't know I was waiting around the corner. So baby was in the room, and Romulus was in there, and it was at full aggro.
I was not in him.
Oh my.
Yeah, there is.
Oh wow. Okay.
Aha!
So someone press Q.
Aha! Aha!
The game is afoot. Oh, it's a tentacle, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's something big up there.
Yeah, there's a book. There's a book. I'm gonna.
Got it.
You got it?
Yep.
Oh gosh.
Hang on. There's a book. There's a book and a crown over here. Hang on. Okay, book.
I got it.
Got it? Okay.
No, I got it.
Tactical monkey time.
Oh yeah, there's lots of stuff over here. Hang on. Monster head.
Dude,
A trope
Hold
that
on,
I
I'm
cannot stand.
filled with riches.
Um,
I'm glad you got it because I was stuck in the damn thing and couldn't get out.
I think the trope that I can't stand the most tends to be.
You know, that's the second time today playing something I've gotten myself wedged into so I couldn't get out.
That's a good question. I think the trope I don't like the most
I think
is
all good. We're done. That's
is
it.
like this
So,
is gonna
okay.
sound bad,
There's 2 items left.
but I'm not a fan of
So I don't know if
the
you wanna waste the time running around for that.
isekai.
Where is it?
We can.
Like the guy that comes from another world suddenly inherits an entire like harem of girls.
Oh, well,
That doesn't feel. It feels too self-fantasy fulfilling versus like actually being like earned. Like I know people praise Rising of Shield Hero because it like subverts that trend of him getting a harem because it's like through his work versus like just him just inherently having all these girls that just fawn over him because he's like from a different world. So I'm not a fan of like the isekai trope in that regard. But like another trope I'm not a big fan of is forced. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Like you can make a harem isekai trope work, but it has to be built and earned into. I'm also not a fan of something where it's like it takes itself too seriously. If that makes sense. Like I like my story to.
Oh no.
Look down,
Baby.
Oh.
Still hit him.
Don't look at him.
Phoenix is AFK.
Okay.
Yeah. Like it's purely matter of execution. Because like you can have a serious story that has a bunch of like your tropes in it, right? That is taken way too seriously. But the problem with doing a serious story where you're not like if you're not making fun of it while you're doing it.
Where's it gonna have us go for the
part of the story, you kind of like lose, if you start to lose the plot.
There you are.
Hi.
One tick of health, please.
So Romulus, that baby that was in the room when you had the cart.
Yeah.
I was waiting for it to despawn. I didn't know you went in that room, so when I peeked around the corner, it instantly grabbed me.
Damn.
I had no chance.
May I have one tick of health, please?
Very savage.
Just one tick.
I can give you a tick. I was dead, but like whatever. Also tough.
Alright, that's it. Thank you.
I think that's everybody.
Is Phoenix here? Is Phoenix here? Phoenix is not here.
Okay.
Trying to be a hero. Yeah. Clown.
Oh no.
Yeah, just get
Let's go. I cleared it out. Let's
Come on,
go.
Phoenix, let's run. Book it. Let the let out Marine. Start it.
Get in.
I have no stamina. A sprint.
Yeah, it said hit Q so I could toss you in.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's all a matter of like what you're trying to write for. And so like least favorite trope is always the one where it's like the pro tag is infallible.
Sorry guys, but
yeah, no, like your characters need to have something that's wrong with them. Like Dakota has this is his first major loss, so it weighs on him heavily. So it's a matter of him like
okay.
Maturing and understanding he's not perfect. All right, let's see here.
Soul needs stuff.
see, is there a crouch rest?
Grab stamina.
Yeah, there's a crouch rest.
If nobody else wants it, can I have the crouch rest?
I'll take the stamina upgrade if you want the crouch rest. Then that's
What
fine.
would you do? You have a stamina upgrade? Hold on.
I don't know what that is.
No, I have not gotten a stamina. I was going to. Who just
Neither have I.
Yeah, let
No, I need a stamina upgrade too.
Phoenix, you can take the crouch rest.
I've only had
Phoenix, you can.
things so far.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what to do. I was.
Phoenix,
Okay.
here, you have crouch rest.
So,
No,
Hmm.
okay,
I'm
but
gonna grab
did
it.
you?
So,
Yeah,
thank you
no.
so much.
There you
for
go.
your
Did you get
time.
stamina
I-
or anything then? Or no?
I have a sprint speed. I'm good.
Keep on having fun.
No, take
I
the crouch rest.
I
No,
thought
but-
you wanted the Spider-Man.
I mean, I could do the
Right.
Spider-Man, but no, I want to make
I'll
sure.
Take the Spider-Man if you want.
Yeah,
Right.
here.
That's fine.
Let Phoenix have
Well, yeah,
Spider-Man.
No.
Stamina and
Yeah.
a rain.
Yeah,
I'll
Phoenix
take
is
the Spider-Man,
Spider-Man,
yeah.
and then
Okay, go
you
for
can
it.
have
Did
your
I
crouch
have
rest.
this?
That's fine.
Oh, we haven't done.
Yeah,
I
because
know it was going to be too expensive, Graham. That's why. I was
no,
kinda
no,
like,
no, no, no.
See you around the
It's more so we want everybody to like catch up on power-ups. That's what we're trying to do.
Less coming into.
Thanks.
Shall I do it?
No, I got you.
Fun time.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, like I
at
think
the same time you went into thin air. Oh, that was
I
perfect.
think that's one of the things that's a matter of like
You just
skill
shot
to
him into
do.
non-existence.
I did.
You know, like
That was perfect.
a character that has plot armor like is only as good as the story that allows him to have the plot armor, right? Because if the character can never suffer, then what's the point of like understanding the character's journey?
It's your jaw gets chipped.
Oh, chip jaw. That's great. Head trauma. Fantastic.
Especially
trauma,
considering
the
your
very
current
looks-
jaw is like cracked open. Like it's.
Do we
it's a little
need
brother of that.
do we need health upgrades at all, or health? Sorry, not health upgrades, but actual health.
We're at a low enough level that I'm okay on health.
I'll be fine.
Like I'll patch up next round.
I grabbed.
Oh,
I grabbed
ow.
the
Oh shit,
upgrade
my
already.
bad. That does damage.
I got dildo head.
What?
Dildo head attachment.
Oh my god, that was the worst thing Romulus could have gotten. The dildo head.
Dildo head attachment.
Exactly,
Are
Firm.
you gonna put it on?
Exactly. You need to have your character have to
No.
grow.
Are you gonna wear your fancy
Brad,
If
dildo?
your,
Get in here.
if your character doesn't grow, then what's the point of your character being the way
Right,
that they are,
sending it.
right?
Romulus is shy about wearing his dildo hat. And...
Yeah.
Oh no.
Ow. What? the
It's
fuck?
just a stun grenade.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I don't.
Yeah, Savage ain't scared of flashing other dudes.
Nope. Not at all.
Let's go.
Like it can work, but then the story doesn't work well. Like Superman does it well because Superman technically is unbeatable, but the plot of the story is never the fact that he's unbeatable. It's how he is as a character to handle the things, right? Plot armor is really hard to deal with.
So I took the stamina.
Yeah. Writing
Good
is fun.
grenade
I
assist.
do like that.
So
Soul usually takes the base weapon like that.
Hi.
Hello.
He's our little assassin.
Phrasing. Somebody keeps spamming the Discord lines.
What are you talking about? I'm not.
No,
This is
you're
my own
not.
soundboard.
Oh, you have your own soundboard hooked up? That's dope. Like all I can do is like
Because I pray to Super Jesus, and he will drone strike you.
nice.
Kaito.
He's not even here.
Oh,
it's like, and to quote Kaito, it's not kawaii.
There's no Kaito Wiggles here.
Nope, but
There's no Emperor clapping.
I dig your soundboard.
The Emperor should be playing, damn it.
So running on the
Emperor
board
clapping,
like
clapping should be here.
exactly.
Should be here in the fluff.
Trying to make sure my headset audio is good. Let us roll.
Oh, well, he got his crown.
By the power of headset Savage. Oh god.
By the power of Grayskull. I like the Eternal Champion trope
Wait, does
a lot.
anyone have a double jump?
I do.
There's a chance something spawned in that balcony. Here, Savage, come over here so I can grab you.
Eh.
Yep.
Ooh.
Anything in there?
Yes.
I fucking knew it.
Can you grab?
Yep, got it.
Cart.
That's it.
Go, but I don't care.
I'm so mad about that laser, though.
Oh, you guys find something up there? Nice.
Yeah. Grandma's like, I need you to go in here, so he threw me in there.
Nice.
I slam dunked him in there. Ironically, I got a basketball out of it.
That's very funny.
Oh.
Too much.
Oh, man, that was tempting to do something even funnier, Graham.
No flying tackles, please.
No. The cart was like in the perfect spot. I was about to yell Kobe and go. I was about to yell Kobe and go for it.
Is that a cube shaped like a basketball?
Plot twist.
Yes.
Plot twist.
It's a basketball
too.
Let me put the.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me
Plot
put
twist.
The,
I only had 4 health.
Damage, so don't do that.
Martini glasses. Martini glasses are terrible at this.
No, there's binkies on this map. No, I like the Eternal Champion trope. It's probably one of my favorite tropes because there's just so much you can do with it as storytelling. I also like the reluctant hero. Like, it's the person that needs to be the hero but doesn't want to be because of, like, the gravitas of the situation of becoming the hero. I like the gentle giant, where it's like this person is immeasurably powerful but still continues to just be inherently a good person over it all. Like your Optimus Primes, your Supermans, your... I would almost say Goku technically falls into that, but, like, not really. Oh, that's a loom. Am I going to do this? I have a loom on me. But yeah, no, I'm a big fan of things like that. Like, a lot of it, too, just also stems from, like, how the characters and story is written. So, like, any trope can be a good trope if it's done correctly. Like, Found Family, love that trope so much. I, like, some of my favorite storytelling in games come from, like, Dishonored or, like, Bionicle. I really love Bionicle storytelling so much. Because the concept of the idea, hello, I got a loom after me.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
She was after me just before this.
Oh, so she already abandoned me then.
No, a little bit ago. It was a little bit ago on my end.
Okay.
And I don't see her, though.
Ooh, you can get up on these.
Oh, yeah.
Outside threat. So is that...
No.
So is that... Can you explain that to me, Firm? What is the outside threat? What do you mean by that?
Yeah, that could be good.
I just heard the loom clap. Heard the loom clap again. That's the loom clapping. Okay, villains of the week. I do like the villain of the week storytelling. Duck is big mad. A lot of gold over there. Oh, it's on an extraction. That's why. Something. All right. So is that kind of like how JoJo Part 4 handles, like, Kira or whatever his name is? Killer Queen and all that? Because he's like technically the villain, but like you don't really deal with him till much later on in the story stuff. Hello.
Stop asking Romulus
Oh.
why.
I guess I got Killer Queens. Well, shoot. Time is it? Oh, it's time for me to go to bed anyways. So I'm gonna take that as my sign to be done for the night. But yeah. So, I'll set threat. It's more serious threat than the average threat the series has. Yeah, so it's like JoJo Part 4, where, yeah, they're still dealing with stand users, but, like, Killer Queen, Kira with Killer Queen is on such a different level. No, I get that. That makes sense. That is actually a really fun trope. I do like that. But, yeah. But no, we're going to be going. So I'm going to go ahead and do this and then just change over scenes. But Blade wanted in. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha, Graham. But yeah, no, it's time for me to get bed, so I'm gonna go bed. That's all good. The timing was great, honestly. But no, you guys have fun. I do need to go to bed. I still got to work tomorrow, even though the plant had smoke in it. But yeah, it's fine. It is totally fine. We were early enough in the level anyways. It didn't matter. But no, I hope you all have a good night. I hope you all have fun. Unfortunately, I got to go be responsible. But no, thank you guys for wanting to get together and do a repo night. This was still fun. But yes, no, that is a great trope. Because it's also fun too, because that also leads into like the hero teaming up with the villain of the week kind of character. But yeah. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight, all those that showed up today. We'll probably go live again tomorrow. I'm thinking I'm just gonna do a writing stream, try to get through chapter 3, and then Reagan and Dakota's next encounter, and then hopefully I get through everything I want to do with chapter 3. But no, thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you all have a fun night regardless. I will see you guys next time. Yeah. It's like all of a sudden now the stakes have never been higher. It's great. I do appreciate outside. I never knew it was known that, but that's great. Because that's something that's going to happen in the Arcane Chronicles. So stay tuned. But yes, I got to go. I got to get ready for work tomorrow and go to bed and all that other fun stuff. But I appreciate you all being here. I hope you have a great night. And I will catch you guys next time. Thank you so much for being here tonight. See you guys. Bye.